Appreciate it, fellas.
Dude, no problem at all.
I did not know this was a pineapple party.
You should see where we put the pineapples later.
Hey!
Oh. I mean, who would win, right? Seeing at night or two spinny boys?
Spinny boys.
All day, every day, son.
What's night got to do with
Every
it?
day.
Every day.
I don't think there was anything wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with wanting to get rid of pop-ups, aside from the fact that the world would hate you.
Yeah, whoa.
Does your mom secretly want like a race car or some shit like that?
I like
that's
where
what
you're
I'm
going
getting
with
from this.
She is madly in love with James May.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this brand new episode of the CAMcast.
Woohoo!
Indeed. We've got a brand new mixer that kind of fucked up the feng shui of the table. We've got Gavin pushed far off into a corner.
Like, I don't have any room for pizza anymore. Like, the fuck?
We don't care.
It's okay. We're gonna make this work in the near future.
We're gonna figure this out. Goddammit, we figured everything else out.
So sad.
I'm thinking a multi-level deal here with the mixer, like base level, and then we can put Yam's laptop like eye level to him.
There are things called laptop stands.
Exactly.
Listen, I'm gonna look like the shitty DJ at the shitty nightclub. That's exactly what this is gonna look like.
But you're doing far more than push and play a whole bunch of times.
Oh, I'm looking at 808s.
Sick.
We were already talking about that today.
Yes.
Is it so I don't have to keep saying "damn" repeatedly while Gavin says something else weird?
No, you guys are just going to go off on a tangent. I'm just going to try to recreate sexual healing. Fun fact, Marvin Gaye only won 1 Grammy, and he won it for sexual healing. And you know what the only instrument on that track is? A Roland TR-808. That's it.
Interesting.
Yes.
Huh.
Anyway,
Son of a bitch.
I am Mike, dear
Hashtag
leader,
the more
Doc
you know.
Taste. Let's probably introduce everybody here.
About time.
Yep, it's P-Car, who's getting short on time, apparently.
Yo, am I?
I don't know. And then we have Professor of the Ghetto Arts, Uncle Radical.
Yep.
And we have a special guest, Streetcar Daddy himself. Not very good at much, but he's putting a V8 in something, so that counts for a lot. Nick Nengas.
How you doing, everybody?
So
be here.
did we spoil it for Gav already by saying he's putting a V8 in something?
Oh, whoa.
Do you just want to go ahead and fire right off into
Yeah.
it?
What are you putting a
hold on,
V8 in?
Hold on,
Well,
guys.
here's the thing,
I
okay?
want you guys to look deep into each other's eyes while Nick says this. All right?
Here's the thing, okay? We're taking one of them good old LS1 motors, and we're slapping her in an RX-8.
That's what you were getting at.
He is
Yes.
addressing the major shortfall of the RX-8.
Power and reliability.
Because realistically, I honestly, I haven't even driven an RX-8, which is sad because I'm just going kind of balls
You should
deep
drive
on this
one. You should drive one before you finish this build.
I've been tempted just to go. There was one in West Door, and I was going to test drive just for that reason, and
Sure.
the dude sold it. But anywho, I hear from a lot of people that it's a really fun car to drive, and it
Yeah.
handles, and you know.
They
but
are.
that being said, it's just like an FRS. The motor that was in
Yeah.
it is really perfect for what the car can do. So, you know, we'll see. I
Yeah.
think it'll be all right, though. How mad can you be with a V8 in a 3,100-pound car?
not that mad.
I mean, I can get real mad in anything, but
You
that's
got
gonna be
mad at
harder.
houses, man. I mean,
Listen, I don't understand why it costs $2 million fucking dollars when I could go to Sandy and pick that thing up for $700-800 Recording studio, my ass. It's just an unfinished basement with a motorcycle, a drum kit, and a big ass mixer in it.
yeah.
It's literally this basement with a motorcycle and a drum kit.
It's location, let's be honest.
God damn it! Yes,
Views on views.
yes.
I thought St. George was supposed to be cheap.
No. Oh, fuck no.
Not anymore.
Nah, dude.
Not for a long time.
Damn. I
Like-
mean, like I'm going off of like our boy Blaze down
Yeah.
there, paying like $400 a month for his big ass shop,
Yeah.
and he's got like a freaking double wide chilling
got
in the
it
hood.
nice out
Like,
there.
Yeah.
man, he's got
Well,
it
like-
made.
Well, so
He ain't paying shit.
He must have got there early.
Had
oh
to.
yeah.
Maybe
That's-
he grew up there. Maybe
Nah,
that's
thanks,
That's
Blaze. You brought everybody down there.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
Fucking Blaze.
I know, right?
Love you, Blaze.
But yeah, shout out to like the 6 people I know who live down there. And also
Shout out to the 6 people who I'm about to know down there.
Oh, also real quick, shout out to Jake Porter. If you saw on our Instagram that super clean FC convertible.
Oh, yeah, that's his.
Yes, it is.
Sick.
Yeah,
That thing was dope.
that thing was very choice.
I gotta go look at this.
Yes, you do.
Dude,
You get
this
on
is like
that.
a perfect S5 vert.
Yeah.
It's a little low, but it's stupid clean.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
good
very,
shit.
very nice. So, yeah, shout out to him. And also, yeah, like the 4 or 5 other people I know who live down there. Anyway,
Dope.
we have stuff and things
And
to talk
such.
about.
And I've been slowly adding things
I know, thankfully.
as I've been dumping shit in here.
I would-
I'm actually dumping another one in right now.
Good. Yeah, I tried to find another thing real quick to throw on there because I saw it on the news before everybody showed up, but I can't find it anywhere. But well,
Damn it.
well, so I'll just give you the long and short of it. So, Representative Ken Ivory from Draper, state representative, he's trying to push this bill that is a common sense like red light law, where if you pull up to a red light and nobody's around, you can just kind of treat it like a four-way stop
Yeah.
or whatever, and then just roll on through.
Yeah.
So that's.
I didn't know I needed a bill for this.
I mean, so yes, technically you are committing a crime when you just drive through a red light like that. But
I'm not saying that I've done that, but I know someone who looks a lot like me that might have done that at 3 a.m.
yeah, but it's one of those things. It's like, hey,
Bill will be nice, and I won't feel as
Sure.
bad.
yeah, it's one of those like the four of us at this table will probably not screw it up, but we know there are just a whole shit ton of other people who are just going to go ahead and just blow right through every red light.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see anybody from like 300 yards away, so it was like cool if I just like didn't even stop, right?
Yeah,
Just think about just sending it.
Can I just do like that one like Canadian dude does on like YouTube? Can I just like send that shit?
can I just go to traffic school to get this off my record?
Is it cool? Can I just like eat those 80 points, man? Like, cause like it's really just kind of like a waste of my time, dude.
Ain't trying to go to traffic school. I don't blame you. I'd eat the 80 points too.
No shit.
I
The
just
last
go there
time
for
I
insurance
went-
reasons.
The last time I went to traffic school, it was an hour and a half of the deputy sitting there talking about the merits of Goodyear Eagle F1 tires.
Damn,
Nice.
hot damn.
Can I have him at my meetings?
God, I know, right?
How
I
did
think
he
he was,
stretch
Damn.
that long?
dude. He had to have been like, I don't know, 8 hours away from retirement because this
Fuck.
dude, like, this dude did not give two fucks.
Phoning it in.
He just
He's
kept
like
checking
some of
his
you.
watch.
Yeah, he's like some of you people are here because of heinous auto accidents. Some of you guys are here because you have a lead foot. Some of you guys are here because you got a no insurance ticket and you got boned that way. I don't really give a damn. So here's what's gonna happen.
I'm going to talk about tires.
Here's what-
Goodyear's motherfuckers, check this shit out. All right,
Here's
how
what's
it
up.
works.
Here's what's up, kids. Goodyear.
So I'm sponsored by Goodyear now.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Well, actually, I mean, I'm sure maybe you guys don't know, but most police issue vehicles wear Goodyear Eagle tires.
Oh, do they?
There's a certain Pursuit model of Goodyear Eagle.
well, now we know why
Well,
he's
you
talking
can't have
about
that
it.
French shit on there. You can't have that Michelin.
Or the
I
Bridgestone
know,
or
right?
Firestone. You want to know
No.
that trash?
Right. I don't know, man. Bridgie smoked pretty good,
Okay, I won't argue with that, but I'm, from a safety standpoint, they have a lot of blowouts. It's a bad reputation.
Man,
Listen,
that was
man.
one tire
Hey,
on an
I know it was.
Explorer
That was
or
20
something.
years ago!
Nope, ain't buying them. Ain't doing it.
God damn.
Just the one fucking time. God damn it.
I heard from Uncle Daddy that Sister Mommy said that one time that one Goodyear tire on that dang old RV back there that been parked in backwoods for like 37 years. I heard it blew up one time on the freeway, man. I ain't never gonna buy one of them in there dang old Goodyear tires again, man.
And that's why we buy Pirellis.
Thank you, Dale.
Shit.
Do it for Dale.
Well, hey, speaking of
Number three, baby, number 3.
speaking of Pirelli and Goodyear and tire failures and stuff,
Nice segue.
F1
Segues.
testing's happening.
Hey, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so let's see. The first day of testing, Daniel Ricciardo in the now boring-ass Red Bull
Yeah.
took the top of the timing charts. And I think today it was Valtteri Bottas in the
Hey,
Mercedes.
Okay.
Yeah. And also announced Williams and Martini are breaking up.
No. Wait.
So no more.
Why is this important?
Just because I kind of wanted to talk about it. And
Damn. Okay. All right. I
mean,
didn't know if this
well,
was
listen.
some like earth-shattering Formula One news.
Well, I
Proceed.
mean,
Proceed.
Well, okay. So here's the problem. Williams they've been around forever, but they're not big enough to be able to like pay all their drivers like Ferrari and Red Bull and Mercedes can, because they're not bringing in necessarily enough. So
Yeah.
they have what they call pay drivers. People who pay for the privilege to drive in Formula One. But since Williams is this long storied, historic, whatever team, they don't want to say that they have pay drivers.
Right.
Yeah, now with their giant title sponsor who was footing most of the bill disappearing, suddenly they're going to have a whole lot of those not pay drivers. And I think that's hilarious. Although I would love to see like Beefeater Gin step up and sponsor the most British F1 team.
Yes.
That would be hilarious.
That would be great. Or Barton's vodka, because nothing says quality like quote-unquote vodka in a plastic jug.
Is this a milk jug? No, it's Barton's. Come on, man.
It's like wine in a box.
Yeah.
Slap the bag, kids.
God, you just gave me so much fucking deja vu. It's like freshman at Utah State all over again. God damn.
You know how badly I wanted to buy a box of, like, shit wine?
A Franzia?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
When we were down in Vegas for SEMA.
Why did we not?
I don't know. I mean, Joey even had the frequent shopper's card for the Vaughns. Because his family's fucking management.
Maybe we just need to take a boys trip and go to Vegas and just slap the bag.
Yeah, because Vegas is for the boys.
Vegas is for the boys.
Vegas for the boys. Speaking of Vegas and the boys, you going to LS Fest West again this year, right?
Oh, I am.
Because
going
we
to
went
LS
last year.
Fest. Yes,
Yes.
indeed. So
There you
here's
go.
Yeah.
a little bit of my plan for this year. I don't know if you guys know Michael Johnson, but he hit me up. So me and him will probably be cruising down there, and I'm
Sick.
really hoping that when we cruise down there, it's in a LS Swapped Arcs 8.
That would be dope.
There you go.
That being said, I'll probably trailer it down there because of the 444 final drive gear ratio, and or I'll
Not-
probably break something. So
Well, I mean,
let's
you're
be
using a
honest.
T56, aren't you?
No,
Okay.
actually going with a 370Z CD009.
Oh, sick.
Nice.
Okay, so you'll at least have one overdrive.
Yeah, but at 444 gear, it's going to be, I don't know if I want to trip that all the way to Vegas.
No.
Yeah, 80 you'll be at 3K. With 18s.
Huh.
Ain't bad.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
Maybe. We'll see. I still probably, I would like to see what I can do about entering the drifting.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be tight.
Yeah.
So,
like all the 100 proof boys from last
yeah,
year.
exactly. So, I
That's
mean, if
cool.
that does happen, obviously I would like a trailer because I ain't trying to pussyfoot it. That's for damn sure.
No, hell no.
So, I mean, Nengas only knows one mode, and that is the send.
Damn
Yeah,
right.
honestly, let's be honest. A few of my friends know that send mode is just a hair under the rev limiter. Oh, I will say that.
Hey, you know.
Just
Because
below fuel cut.
Nengas,
Yeah.
Nengas doesn't like limiter.
No.
Well, what does limiter do to LS motors? It bends push rods, okay?
Yeah, it ain't good.
Granted, that carried over to my VQHR and my 350Z, and it still didn't touch rev limiter when probably could have. Just rode it all day long.
Well, you know.
It's a good habit, though. Like I said before, when if you want to keep your car alive and you want to beat on it
Yeah.
and keep it alive,
Yeah.
stay off rev limiter and let the thing warm up.
True
That's
that.
what I've been doing.
Yeah.
It's funny, you were talking about, drifting into your RX-8. My buddy and your buddy, Hayden, at Integrated, also has an RX-8, but instead of going LS, he's throwing in the EA888 Gen 2 motor, I believe.
Yeah, the 2.0 turbo.
Yeah. And
For those of you at home that don't speak Volkswagen.
it's the 2-liter turbo that's gone in
Well, the
Golf R's. and-
TFSI or whatever they call them.
well, there's FSI, TSI, and TFSI.
Gotcha.
Different.
Okay. Well,
Eras.
it's one of those. Only because he makes parts
I
for
think
them
it's
all day.
FSI. Yeah, because he works in the machine shop.
Yeah,
and
he's
has
got all
access
these.
to lathes and
He
CNC
literally
machines.
has all of these blemish parts kicking around at his feet by his machine.
Literally, yeah.
He's
I'm
like, hey,
actually-
look, I'm using pistons as ashtrays. I'm going to put this in a 600 horse motor.
Yeah.
I've actually been talking to him lately to build me a the Mazda emblem, the M.
yeah, the
Uh-huh.
Evil M.
Yeah, so not the evil M, but
Oh.
what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep the Mazda emblem and take the center part and do the Corvette wings.
Oh.
So
look
it
at
still
you.
looks like an M, but
All
it's.
right.
With a Corvette heart. I like that.
Nice.
So I've been talking to him just recently about that, hoping he can
That's cool.
do some work for me.
And you're going to be running like an actual LS1, like the aluminum 5.7, right?
off
Because I know you're
the
playing with a truck motor.
off the bat, it's going to be a 5.3.
Okay.
Now this current 5.3 that I had made 700 wheel with a S475, which is what I was told.
Okay.
I'm going to be throwing like a little bit, probably about 150 shot of nitrous at it.
Oh, yeah. So
Damn.
if it's already gapped for
Yup.
boost, you want to.
Yeah, honestly, we'll probably pump it to a 200, but I'm going to start at a 150.
Oh, yeah.
That being
Conservative.
said, so there's no reason that exactly conservative. There's no reason that motor should not give me a year, right?
Absolutely.
playing-
Especially if you're not
Yeah.
bashing the
So
limiter
I
and
think-
spraying the hell out
So
of
I
it.
think
Yeah,
what I'm
that'd
going to
be
do in that year's time is we're going to just do a little stroker motor with the LS that I have sitting on the motor stand.
Make that fool a 6-liter.
So yeah, we
No
might have some
way.
fun.
I
But
like
currently, no, it's going to be a 5.3. But I'll tell everybody it's an LS. I'll tell everybody it's an
boy.
LS.
Sure.
It is what
Sure.
it
Fuck
is.
Bro, it's an LS1. Why does my magnet stick to this? Man, get the fuck out of my car.
Why are you putting your shit?
Get
No,
your magnet out of here.
Get your dick beaters off of my motor, man. Come on.
Is this a science class? Somebody was calling you doctor. Get the fuck out of here.
Perfect.
Yep. Well, So we've got pizza incoming in 5. So
4, 3,
Not
2.
that. No.
no,
not that
no,
fast.
God, no, Jesus.
It doesn't give us that kind of a countdown.
Damn.
It'll still say 2 minutes when they're ringing the doorbell. Come
Yeah.
on.
All right.
No, they're actually pretty.
Are they
Yeah,
pretty on
you're
point?
right. You're right.
Yeah,
It is
they're
pretty.
They're shockingly on top of it. Well, so let's jump into this real quick. So we're watching. Let's see, JDM option D1 2006 when they went to Silverstone.
Yeah, this is a good throwback.
Because young Nick here is unfamiliar with the glory days.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get into this drifting stuff until Tokyo Drift, as sad as that is.
Yeah, so he didn't know
It's all good.
He didn't know the glory days of SRs and 13, big turbo 13Bs, and the only dudes who had RBs had, they were still in the Skyline, and guys just throwing nitrous at 4AGEs.
I mean, this is back in the day when a Corolla was still a really competitive chassis.
Yeah, like you could get down with a Corolla.
Let's not to mention the lack of, not lack of, they still have steering angle, but lack of steering angle compared to today's
Well, yeah,
standards.
I'm sure you've already noticed that most of these guys are running stock e-brakes.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
I
been
didn't
like
notice
stock
that. You didn't
one
mention that.
guy with like a massive oh shit handle. Everybody else is still rocking the stock
Oh, yeah.
handle.
And
You
it's
know-
like stock e-brake, stock like H-pattern box. Nobody's doing like sequential shit.
The stock e-brake has been the best thing, and honestly, I wouldn't have known about that secret if it wouldn't have been for Josh Hadlock. He told
No
me.
shit.
Good old Hads.
He like pretty much puts the switch to people.
Dude.
Yeah.
The
Beats
dude's,
the shit out of them.
dude-
Don't touch that
dude's
e-brake. Don't you
wise.
fucking
That's
touch
for
that e-brake.
sure.
The man knows what's up.
Exactly. So many people are like, I'm scared to even pull my e-brake to park because of you.
As they should be. He will put on the GIMP mask and get down.
It's true. He does it for fun.
Yes, he does.
Don't give him a reason.
Exactly.
He'll do it with a smile on his face.
Oh, yeah. So,
Yeah, this is definitely nice to see how they did it back in the old days.
Refreshing,
yeah,
isn't it?
the old days 12 years ago.
Yeah, that's even
God,
sadder.
sad to think, huh?
Yeah.
It's been over a decade since this shit.
Yeah. And now look where
And look at how far we have advanced.
Look at where
slash
we've
fallen
come.
behind.
God.
We were
Suchi
there
had
and we
just-
lost it.
Suchi just. Yeah.
God
Oh,
damn.
that's too good.
Yeah. Namukin just fucking around.
As
Too
it
bad
should
you guys
be.
couldn't see that.
God.
Great. Well, yeah. 400 horsepower S15s. Both baby blue.
Still got door cards. They probably still have carpet. I don't know, maybe.
Looks
No,
like-
that one doesn't have
No.
carpet. But still, look at that.
Yeah.
Caged, has an interior for the most part.
Yeah.
It's all decaled up.
Was
Yeah.
that-
Looks
I'm
good.
not even seeing door bars.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
No,
That's
it's
right,
like.
got door cards.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah.
That's super.
Like, it's insane how. What professional drifting was but a decade ago.
You know what? Dare I say it, but those also could probably be bolt-in cages.
And you
That very
know,
well
up
could
until
be.
very recently, I think Formula D allowed that, didn't they?
You know, I honestly don't know. The only reason I say that is because I take it back. On this particular one that we're looking at is not the way, but the other one, it looked like the bar came around the dash.
Front of the dash.
Yeah. So I just feel like if you're going to do that setup, I feel like it would be a bolt-in versus
Yeah.
taking the time to bend it and weld it.
Right.
I could be wrong,
I'm
though.
gonna go
Yeah.
grab the pizza.
I'll go grab the pizza
Okay,
because I got
cool.
to sign for it. So,
Word.
Okay.
all right. Well, guys, we have many things to talk about. Let's see. People are boycotting the wrong Bell helmets. Formula Drift announces very not shocking news. Formula One's doing TV things. Ferrari scandal. Whatever. Pick something. I got to go get pizza.
Okay, and I'm gonna move so you can walk past me.
Thank you, Dave. Or, don't talk. Somebody say something. God.
Honestly,
Well, I
I
can't
needed to
see-
hear the list again.
Well, I kind of want to talk about Ferrari scandal.
Oh yeah, I tossed that in the bottom of our.
Let's
here.
click on that their URL.
Yeah. Oh my god, I can't find them out there. Oh.
Mike is just going to cut all this out,
Oh.
or maybe not.
This is live, no?
No.
No. We so we record on Tuesdays and then publish on Thursdays.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So it's almost live, but it's really not.
Well, wow.
I mean, record Tuesday nights, and then Mike does minor edits on Wednesdays, and then it goes up Thursday morning.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
So pretty much what we were looking at here I just pulled it up on the laptop, but it was really easy for me to pull it up on my tablet. So Ferrari is openly admitting now that they were allowing dealers to roll back odometers on used Ferraris.
Which would, increase the value of said used Ferraris, because when you see a
Right.
LaFerrari with, 3 miles on it and sell it for $50 million.
I mean, yeah, somebody's making money off of that. And I
Yeah.
don't know,
Well,
is
I do
Ferrari
know-
making money off of these used vehicle sales? Like, are they... I'm not sure why they would even be okay with doing that.
Because they're a bunch of sleazy scumbags.
Well, I mean, they're Italian, so...
I'm willing to bet you that being said, I'm willing to bet you
I bet they
somebody's
are.
getting the approval because they want to be the ones. They're making money, so they pay Ferrari to get that approval. So I
Got
bet
it.
you that's where
Got
Ferrari's
it.
making that money.
yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Someone has to be
somebody
making
was getting their
somewhere.
pockets padded.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll take one. I know this this here 12-ouncer ain't going to last me much longer.
And it's reasons like this is why I prefer brands like Porsche over this, because they've publicly come out and said that we are not a trust fund company. We are not, a bank. We're not supposed to be here for money. We're here for cars.
Right.
Damn it.
Right.
So if
Which
you
is pretty
do
nice.
anything kind of shady like this, we're going to fucking blackball you.
Yeah, exactly.
And so then you have companies like Ferrari going like, oh, yeah, by the way, we totally let this all happen. It's like, you guys can go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, pretty
But
much.
that's just an opinion of an angsty 25-year-old. So
Keep your angst to yourself, goddammit.
you're not my real dad.
No, I'm not.
So basically, anywho, I guess how they've been doing it was using what they call a DEIS module or DEIS unit.
Yeah, they're
That was their
control-
service.
Yeah, like their
control
official
thing.
service thing. And
Yeah, it's like, Nissan back in the day, they had their consult system, and they had their certain thing, or like Volvo has Vice, and then there's BMW has DISA, DISA, and you've got like INPA and stuff like that. It's this is what they called their official thing.
Yeah.
And one of the many capabilities it had was being able to open and
yeah, like they could
recode clusters,
Yeah,
specifically mileage on clusters.
yeah,
and
it's one of the things that it could do.
and from what I understand, Ferrari had to issue a approval code
Yeah,
in order to get into that.
yeah,
And that's what they've been doing.
yeah. And what they were, what they said after this whole thing, like the memo hit and everything, they said, well, one, we can do that. Like it's not like the cars that we do it on. It's not illegal because we're doing it on cars that have, only certain number of miles, like 250 miles or something like that.
Still not okay, you fuck.
Yeah.
Isn't some of those cars track only cars?
Some of them are, but I mean,
I'm not saying
Well,
that
those-
makes it any different, but
No.
maybe
Well-
that's the reason they're doing it.
well, I mean, it's sometimes if there would be like a problem with like the cluster or whatever, like your cluster, instead of telling you how many miles you've gone, it's just blinking 12 o'clock at you. You can't reset it like your VCR back in the day. So
I need to know how to program VCR.
yeah, it's one of those things where, like somebody has to like reset and deal with this thing.
Right.
So
And pretty much every company has this ability.
yeah.
I just don't know if there's any type of like approval code that needs to happen. Or
So what's a
something
Ferrari
like that.
workshop manual? Is that something you get with the purchase of a Ferrari?
I'm assuming it's something leather bound.
The only reason I asked is because it says here that the Ferrari workshop manual there was a memo that suggested that we're going to edit it to remove paragraphs that stated how to do that.
It seems like just like a big giant book that said, "Hey, here's how you work this damn thing," and this is just one of those things that happened to be in there. It's just one of those like,
I want to know who approved that.
It's
to
like
be
Ferrari
there
coming in
originally.
and going, so here's a world domination device, and here's how to use it.
"Oh, by the way, here's a thing you can do with this." Yeah,
Yeah, they're over here like, okay, here, look, if you push this trigger, it obliterates things. By the way, just pro tip, it's pointed at North Korea right now.
yeah. So, by the way, just don't. So, well, all right then.
Guys, I was playing with the world domination machine,
Yeah.
and I accidentally hit Poland.
God damn it.
This is why they needed to edit the book.
Yeah. Yeah,
Poland.
well, like no, they needed to edit the book because there was some dude who was just like, "Oh, I can make some money under the table." And it's like, wait a minute, How much are they paying you to just dick around on Ferraris?
Well, don't they have like almost a majority of those Ferraris? Like, don't they? I guess maybe not. A lot of their Ferraris that are like, they make a lot of them, but a lot of those ones that don't make a lot, the rarer ones,
Yeah.
they know they probably have a list of everybody that owns one.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure they send them a Christmas card every year.
Yeah. Well, and those are the kind of people that get invited to buy FXXKs and LaFerraris and all the GTO cars, like the 599
It's
GTO.
a giant cool kids club, and none of us are a fucking part of it.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is, okay, Ferraris should start going down that list. Who fucked us? We've been
because,
helping you. Who did this?
like, they'll be able to
Somebody got
figure
mad.
out.
Do you
Like,
think those people get banned though from they don't get invited back to buy new cars and like the A12 super
Ferrari's
fast?
an asshole, like you said. I mean,
I know, but, like
I guarantee you, like, those dudes, like, if it's like, oh, your car was, like, rolled back, okay, well, you don't get to buy a new Ferrari again. So,
I mean, that kind of instills some faith in me again. But
probably, I mean, I'm hoping that's what it is.
I'm willing to bet you they do that just to cover their ass, make themselves look good.
Yeah,
Probably.
Exactly. It's just one of those that's like, we got to go ahead and stop this
Just-
shit from happening.
Yeah, just being the fact that they knew about it in general.
Well, I think.
yeah, right.
Well, I think it was one of those. It's just like they knew it was a thing they could, like, it could do, and they're just like, well, I mean, well,
no one's going to use it, right?
Yeah, they're probably just like, there's some dude writing the book. He's like, well, who would ever do this? You know, and then suddenly,
Who would
like,
ever do this?
Ferrari Palm Springs or wherever is just like, oh, by the way, we have another, 458 Special that needs to be has a bad cluster.
Or like another LaFerrari that needs to roll back.
God damn it!
Oh man, another beautiful day in paradise. Looks like another LaFerrari needs a cluster.
God damn it! For
Show you a
F12.
cluster fuck.
I know, right?
These F12s and their bad clusters. God damn it!
Yeah, buy all the F12s.
Right?
Now you got all of them with all these no miles. Profit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But
You can't expect to put a button that says "Do not push." You can't expect people to not push it. Doesn't matter what it is.
I mean, we remember when the R35 GTR came out, and like
and they're
they
like,
were,
here's launch control, but
By-
don't use
Yeah,
it.
Void
use
your
it.
warranty. Yeah.
How many people do you think still launched that shit? And like somebody they knew at Nissan was like, I'm just gonna code this out real quick.
yeah.
here's some whiteout.
Well,
exactly, some digital whiteout.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get rid of a whole bunch of ones and zeros right now.
Well, then it was just great. It's like, okay, you can use launch control. Dude tries to launch the car the third time. All gears shit themselves. Why do I even have this? Well, about that. We never meant for you to be doing this all the time. I did it 3 times. We never meant for you to do it all the time.
All the 3 times.
The
Did you
idea
read the fine
was-
print?
Yeah,
The
right.
idea was
and
you
they
were supposed
didn't.
to
And then
set up.
Was there a lawsuit over that?
I don't remember if
I
there
don't
was or
think
not.
so. No, I think
Oh.
Ferrari was just like, or Nissan was just like, okay, it was kind of a dick move for us to do this and then like not honor your warranty and then
Right.
not inform you that it would, cause your transmission to shit itself.
I do recall though that they signed a document saying that like I will not use this,
Yeah. Like, it's one of those things.
and if I do and the car breaks, I'm going to owe Nissan $15,000 or whatever it was.
or you could just
Well,
go,
since the rest of the warranty, I mean, it wasn't just a powertrain warranty. I think that was deleted after that. I think it was the entire warranty of the vehicle,
yeah, so at that
Oh,
point,
if I'm
shit.
not mistaken. So
Wow.
at that point, these people are like, I'm just going to go ahead and spend $20,000 at Jack's Transmissions and go have one rated for $1,000.
Yeah.
Just dropped into my car.
Right.
go get a Shep box.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Yeah,
know?
Shep was building trannies for those things back
Yeah.
when they were having those problems. So.
Yeah. Well, I think it was Life had a Shep box in there, and they were finding, with their 1,200 horsepower time attack car, they're finding problems. It's like, oh, some of the shafts inside the transmission were making so much torque that they're deflecting just so much that it's fucking up the rest of the transmission.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Anybody at Life who's listening to this, I know Jose's probably listening to this, so he can talk shit on us
Cole.
and our setup. Love you, Jose. But
I still can't understand a word you say, and I've known you for like a decade.
but we love you.
Yeah, Jose, sorry for pissing you off that one time at the shop, but I too love you.
We all love our little French Mexican. But yeah,
He too, him too, just like Hadlock, full of a lot of good advice.
oh
Shit, yeah.
just listen to Jose, and you'll learn so much shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. By the way,
Specifically, how to speak Portuguese.
damn right.
Quick when you piss him off.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, but good dude, always good dude. Yeah, anybody at Life, feel free to correct me on that one, but that's a story I remember hearing. So, and I'm all about being corrected. So
you just like those corrective measures.
I mean, I don't like getting yelled at in public, but I mean, if you just want to be cool about it. Anyway.
I'm going to go ahead and put the belt away now.
Thank you, Daddy. So... So
I will read the next article in my daddy voice.
Please do. Well, where do you want to go next? We got reading comprehension failures, not shocking news.
Not shocking news.
Not shocking news. Okay, so remember how Irwindale, Four-Wheeler Drift Irwindale last year was the last Four-Wheeler Drift Irwindale ever?
And
here we go.
The last Irwindale event for the last 5 years.
Yeah, well, and then remember how Irwindale was suddenly saved?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but Vegas was already on the Four-Wheeler Drift calendar to be the season ender. Yeah, I guess what's not on there anymore.
It's not Vegas anymore.
You're kidding
They're
me.
going back to
Irwindale.
And it's going to be last year, isn't it?
No,
They said something about another 5 years.
Yeah, it's like
okay.
I heard. Well, so I was listening to Maximum Driftcast today. Today is Tuesday, the 27th of February. So, hey, happy March when you're listening to this.
Yay!
Yep. Anyway, they had Jim Law and Ryan Sage. Who, real quick aside, Ryan Sage looks and sounds just like Derek Waltoff from Makes and Models.
Oh, okay.
And it's blowing my fucking mind. Like, if I had it in my powers, I would get the two of them next to each other and just see if the universe starts to collapse.
I bet it will.
It's like, because you have, like...
It might blur a little bit.
Yeah,
something.
so it's just, I'll know. I'll know. I'll know what you've done, won't I?
Yes, you will. And I'm sorry in advance.
The skies will turn blood red. The heavens will begin to thunder. The ground will shake. Birds will stop flying and chirping.
Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria. Anyway, so... yeah, they were on Maximum Driftcast, and they were talking about it, and... So what they wanted to do at Vegas is they wanted to run the bull ring where Vegas Drift runs, but they wanted to pave the infield as well, and that was going to cost them just like a ton of money. And they were trying to figure out how they were going to absorb the costs and everything, and then suddenly, hey, Irwindale's back, and there's a new group managing Irwindale. And Irwindale calls Formula Drift, and they're just like, we need you guys because you guys are kind of the big thing that we've got. So it was like, okay, well, we're about to do this Vegas thing. Can you give us a minute? So they had to do the whole, I'm not a fan of them going back to Irwindale after Vegas has been on the calendar since November.
Right.
Yeah.
But I understand the decision behind it being, it's like, well, Irwindale, the House of Drift, Formula D has always, been there for 15 years. So I understand them wanting to go back. And then I also stand a lot of the people being petulant children on Facebook complaining.
You can't be surprised at that in this day and age.
No. I can be surprised at some of these people. They're just like, well, what about the people who booked, flights and hotels, for Vegas? It's like, if you booked a flight and a hotel for Vegas this far in advance and you can't cancel it and get your money back,
somebody fucked you.
Yeah, you fucked up. This is a you problem, not a Formula Drift problem.
Yeah, you probably didn't spend enough either, so you're not out that much.
What are you going to do, fly Spirit, the Greyhound of the skies? God damn, you deserve this. You deserve everything that's coming your way. But, yeah, so that's the least surprising news. So
that's funny. I'm not gonna lie. That's just comic.
It really is. I understand why, but I can if you can't see why it's also the least surprising and most hilarious thing, there you go.
Yeah.
This podcast might not be for you. Also speaking of this podcast, real quick before I forget. Because I'm on my second beer and probably going to go in for a third. This podcast is sponsored by Steady Broke Clothing.
All right, Steady Broke.
Yeah, Steady Broke. I'm wearing the shirt again today because it is my Tuesday shirt.
Broke AF.
Damn right. Yeah, they got a bunch of more cool stuff going on.
Honestly, can't wait to get that shirt.
It's good stuff. Yeah, go to steadybroke.com. They got a bunch of stuff. Use CAMauto15, and you save 15% on check.
All right.
Yeah, dude.
Boom, there you go. If you haven't ordered it yet.
No, you got that. Well, let's be honest. Car parts came first, so
hey,
I need that paycheck.
That's
first.
all right.
Hey, that's how
that's
it
all
goes.
right. We know how it is to be broke.
Yeah, broke as fuck.
Yeah,
damn right. Yeah, steadybroke.com, CAMauto15 at checkout. Yeah, Steady Broke on all social media. Go ahead and give them a follow because they got some cool shit going on. Support our boy Tommy. Also, unofficial shout out to Us Against One Clothing. They have been paying me to take pictures of some of their products, and I have been reinvesting that money that they have paid me into new stuff here. Not this giant-ass mixer that Big Brother Chirp got us. Shout out to Chirp.
Yeah, our big brother from the SeaTac.
Damn right. But I've got some other stuff coming that'll make it so we can have ridiculous-ass shenanigans happening down here involving this mixer.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Honestly, didn't know that could get any better.
Dude, it's going to get weirder.
That's better.
I mean...
You fool, this isn't even our final form.
Oh.
Imagine, dude, imagine, old school gaming happening, early Tokyo Extreme Racer happening.
Yeah.
With perhaps a man who moonlights as a panda. Yeah. Things are going to get real rowdy down here real quick.
At least it's warm.
Yeah, thank God for this heater.
Yeah, because the last podcast I wasn't here, but I heard it was pretty cold.
It gets chilly down here because, allow me to paint a picture for the people at home. We are in an unfinished basement that I have put some couches down in here. I've put some sheets up on the walls, on the unfinished bare wood walls, to kind of have a barrier between us and the storage area that is on the other side.
You know, he's done a nice job because I didn't even realize the storage area on the other side.
Yeah, it's over there, man. I mean, we've got some artwork on the walls, And
he was also nice enough to slap me right in front of the heater.
I mean, that's just kind of where it ended up, But the heater...
You were closest to the outlet.
Yeah. That's really, yeah.
I can't complain about that at all.
It would be rude if you did.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd just sit here and shiver.
Can't look a gift horse in the mouth. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah. So... but I mean, this basement is it's rather Spartan, but there is ample seating, except for those of us who are at the pod table. There's not much room because this room is much wider than it is.
It's deeper than it is wide.
There we go. That's what I'm looking for.
It's 15 feet wide, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
12 feet wide, maybe, and it's
20, 30
feet.
Yeah, 35 feet deep.
Yeah, it's a giant rectangle where there's an 8380 Laboratories print hanging on one wall. The Kremer Porsche print that Brandon cannot have.
Yeah,
we know
might
Brandon
not be
wants
here
it.
when I leave.
Uh-huh.
I mean, cool. I'm gonna have me a sweet ass truck motor.
Yeah, well,
I'll make that trade, son.
all right, Brandon.
You know what's
it's all
sad
yours.
is they probably cost the same.
Oh, wow.
Damn. Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Did you go to Pick and Pull on Wednesday? Half price.
There we go. That's a solid trade. That's a come up right there.
I was going to say that thing was probably hand delivered, and it still ran you like $200.
That thing was. Let's see. I mean, that was a first class postage, and it was still I think it was $50 maybe because I got the express shipping.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see the resemblance between the Junkyard LS.
Listen, man. I'm not going to lie. There was a time where me and Dave, back when I had Rhonda, the Mark III Super that everybody loved, we were talking about going to a junkyard on a Wednesday because they had half-price Wednesdays, pulling a 2J, like an NA 2J out of a GS 300, and going full-on, junkyard turbo build.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
On half-price Wednesday, that's not a bad idea.
Man, you'd come up with a motor and trans for $220.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, at that point, all I would have needed was an Aristo bell housing to go from the JZ to the R154.
Yeah, and now it's easy to find.
Yeah, it would have been easy. It would have been great. But yeah, man.
I actually think Wicknick has 6 of them on the shelf.
Well, that's great because I have 0 Supras right now.
I feel like Wicknick has 6 of everything on the shelf.
He's got a lot of shit in that shop, and it is amazing.
Have you seen how many S chassis he has?
I haven't seen.
That's why nobody has them for sale. I heard he was real mad when I bought Mitch's caged car. The one with the wall. Yeah. I heard he was trying to get that, and I showed up with cash. Cut a whole bunch of people in line.
That's funny. That's surprising. I didn't think that car had much left.
Well, it was on stance coilovers, 5 lug, still had axles.
How much did you get that for?
$500.
Oh, wow. All right. I won't argue. I actually just picked up another RX-8. This whole RX-8 deal's got me a little...
You're just going to stockpile them, aren't you?
So you're doing with the cheap Mazda now, what you were doing with the almost cheap Nissans.
Yeah,
there was a time you had a couple of them.
Almost cheap.
Yep.
they still seem to be pretty expensive. At least you can pick up RX-8s for cheap and get all your parts off of it and or part it out and make your money back to fix other parts of the RX-8, like if you still have a rotary motor.
Oh, dude. I mean, I can't. Me and Nick were talking earlier. Like when I was looking for 5s, there were a bunch of RX-8s in that same price bracket. Like,
which is surprising, realistically.
Yeah, like all running and driving, clean title, purportedly.
Because if you look motor, and honestly, I'm not sure how well the trans are, but if you look motor aside, it's a nice car. Things, windows work, heat, AC. It's got good Bose sound system, things that you'd want in a nice car, and they work like they should. Not saying that old cars don't after you fix them, but damn, do you got to fix them?
Yeah.
I think that 6-speed is the same one that's in the FRS.
Somebody was telling me, I think Tristan Fowler might have said that to me the other night.
That wouldn't surprise me. He's nerdy like me, so he would know.
Yeah,
it was either him or
I think
Austin Finn.
It's that same box that's in the S15s, the Mazda Speed Miatas, and the FRS BRZ RX-8. It's an ASIN trans.
You're making me feel like I could probably sell it for a little bit of cash. I was thinking it was
you probably could. Like
$200-$300.
Like I wanted to low buy and be like, yeah, bro, I got a bill. What's up?
I mean, Dave, look, let's be honest, man. Like, you're good peeps. I wouldn't be mad about that.
I know, right? No, man, I ain't gonna step on your game, man. I know you got the hustle on lock.
Honestly, if I ever get the thing pulled out of the car, I think I'd probably hit you up. Because I'd probably just rather see it disappear than take the time to have to try and sell it on KSL.
Word. Well, tell you what. I'll go ahead and I'll take it off your hands, and I'll take the time to put it up on KSL or something like that, and we'll split the bill.
Oh, all right. I like that. That's good peeps. Like I said,
yeah. And by the way, Tristan, Austin, if you guys are still looking for that 6-speed, I got one. I got one.
That's good.
Oh man.
But yeah, long story short, I picked up another RX-8. No motor, no trans. It's lightly been modified for an LS motor already, but it was $500.
Oh, dude, perfect.
Yeah,
probably a full interior, probably straight.
Yeah, full interior. So it got little dings and dents. It's got 100,000 miles on it. So what can you not expect? But
yeah, but still, I mean, that's kind of a real come up right there, dude.
Yeah, headlights not so big, maybe following somebody, but the taillights, I want to touch some walls. So I got onto eBay and started looking at how much headlights and taillights are, and for the cheapest ones, you're $400. So it was kind of a no-brainer.
So you bought head and taillights and got a car.
Yeah.
All right,
how mad can you be?
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. My old man's pretty mad. He's like, "Where are you going to put it?" But that's another story.
Well,
that's when you move the tire stack to behind the shed.
Already did.
Nice.
That was when we brought the blue RX-8 home.
Oh snap! Okay.
Damn, son.
I just got lucky that it's in the garage right now, so there's a little bit of space. So I'm thinking I got to bust my ass and get that car. When that car comes out of the garage, it's got to at least come out rolling somewhat on its own power. So maybe it comes out, gets wired, and then it's good to go.
There you go.
That's what I'm thinking.
Nice.
Honestly, for anybody that cares, that car is actually about 2 months out, so I'm actually pretty ecstatic about it.
Oh.
I mean, it should be, considering we got events coming up.
I mean, are you gonna? You said you wanted to buy LS Fest, which is the first week of May, and then the first drift event here in Utah is the 22nd
of May, right? And that's at RMR.
Yeah. At the Oval.
Yeah, so I'm actually thinking to have the car running and driving if everything goes planned second week of April.
Sick. Give it a month for shakedown.
Yeah.
Take it to LS Fest, have a good time, then come ride the wall.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I still need to do the Derek Lopez line.
Yeah, you got it,
dude.
Fucking man line. Yeah, dude.
Write your name on the red and white.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Now, see, here's the deal, dude. What we're going to do is we're going to get you one of those little rubber stamp roller things, and there's going to be like a little spray can, right? And as you come up on the wall, like, just proximity sensor, just start spraying the can, and then as you write, it just rolls your name
right up on the wall. Yeah.
Yeah. Just Nick, I put an LS1 in everything Nengas right there. Bam.
Blood owl.
I like it.
Yeah, dude.
That's a good idea.
We'll make it happen. Or we could do like the sheets, like the lint rollers, like the tear off sheets, right?
Yes.
We'll just like roll up a bunch of decals.
That's how you do it.
Stick it on a roller on your bumper.
That's how you fucking do it.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, I like that. Let's just paint my name around the city and just
Yeah, there you
start
go.
rolling everywhere. All buildings, just
Nick-
walls.
Nick Nengas
Light
was here.
posts.
You'll see it down the side of
Whatever.
a semi. It'll be like,
Yep.
Moving clipping points.
I could
Yeah.
see just like on the side of a Trax train, like
Yeah.
of a Trax train car.
Damn.
You probably see this line that just Nick Nengas is a badass all over the industrial area. Just all the walls, all the buildings, industrial areas.
Yeah, just everywhere you
Underneath the 600 South like off ramp or whatever from the freeway, like that part of town.
can. God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
go a little shallow on one of them, and you're like, Angus was H. What? Oh, okay.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Who's Angus?
Angus. I don't know, but he goes H.
If somebody takes the time to go and read that fucked up part that was probably on the freeway, touche. Touche to that.
Right.
More power to
Find
you.
me. I will explain what happened.
We'll let you know what's up.
Get a call from like UHP, just like, so what happened here? Just nothing.
Hello, Angus.
Is this-
I believe you have the wrong number.
Please never call this number again. Add me to your do not call list.
There's a reason why we didn't paint the whole line on that wall.
yeah.
Was it because you're not very good?
So what you're saying is, for the nasty hot street action, we need to change that out with a roll that says "Spicy Boy was here."
Oh, I see what you're doing. Our
Yeah.
scoundrels was here. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Damn.
We like scoundrels.
Yeah,
we
we
like
like-
scoundrels.
we like them.
That got salty.
Yeah, we're not going to go ahead.
Hoonigans were here.
Shots fired.
Yeah, there
on
we go.
7-6 and Blaze, right?
Yeah, always like taking shots at Blaze, let's be honest.
Oh, Stepdad's going to take off his belt, though.
Hashtag
Goddamn.
Ken Block made me do it.
He used to be a huge idol of mine. Ken
And?
Block. Watching him.
And what happened?
But, well, the first thing that happened was watching him talk about like, he would step in to talk about what was done about his car, and quickly you could just, he didn't know anything, he didn't know what he was talking about.
He didn't care, is what it is.
Okay. But, then you got somebody, I think, this was a while ago, honestly, this was like 3-4 years ago, and then I seen a video where he had somebody step in. He was like, okay, well, this guy over here is going to just tell you about the car. And honestly, don't get me wrong, I still do like the guy, and I like what he does. But for me, personally, to be able to drive a car the way that I do, I guess in a fun level, I almost have to understand the car. And
You
what
definitely
goes
do
into
have
it.
to understand how it works and how certain components work.
To me, it's the difference between being a car guy, and then being a car enthusiast or a builder.
Okay, I'm going to step in here. I think car enthusiast and car guy can be interchangeable.
In
Right.
some instances, yes.
I think in most instances it
Okay,
can.
okay.
I think there really is a difference between being a car guy or a car enthusiast and being a mechanic or being a builder or being a fabricator, because
There are some people who would rather just drive them. And
Yeah.
just as many people who would rather just build them.
yeah, so, perfect example of this. You remember Greg Valdez?
yeah, I know
Yeah.
Greg Valdez.
Yeah, he knows nothing. He knows nothing about cars, but he was one of the fastest dudes out at UMC.
Yeah, so are you gonna like negate his loyalty to cars because
No.
he doesn't build shit?
I didn't know this, and so I don't
Yeah.
know. So I'm not even that, not even the building aspect.
Greg
of
is
it.
fast as fuck, by the way.
But
Yeah,
I
and
f-
he's been-
so-
oh yeah,
I feel like Greg knows how valves and stuff work, how a motor works.
he has.
I
Yeah.
could be wrong. I don't really know Greg.
Well,
He does. He
Yeah.
does.
So
He
I
has
feel
a
like Ken
basic-
Block doesn't. I feel like Ken Block doesn't know a turbo from a supercharger.
And I feel like he doesn't really need to care.
Fair enough, but honestly, that's just where I kind of lost a little respect for the guy, and I just think that money is, if I had money, I could
No.
spend all the time in the world on something and get good at it too.
I think
for
he
the
chases-
record, I share your opinion here.
I feel like within the specific case of Ken Block, for him, it's more about chasing the thrill and the adrenaline rush of that. It doesn't necessarily have to be cars. He could fucking put on a squirrel suit and jump out of a plane and get the same feeling.
Fair
I
enough.
feel like
Yeah.
I feel that's
I
how
feel like
Jerry
for
is.
him, it's more of the
Yeah.
adrenaline rush and the fact that he's doing something just batshit crazy, rather than having a love and an affinity for cars.
That makes
I could,
sense.
I
Yeah.
could, I could be wrong.
And
Well-
and for that, on that same note, I think that's why just as many people follow him, on a social level, or
He also looks
slap-
like a regular guy.
That's true.
yeah.
That's a lot of it.
I see a lot of people who have modded cars as like an accessory. a fashion accessory or a status or
we've
something
talked
like
about
that.
this
We
on
have
the
talked
show.
about this before in
Quite a few
actually
times.
great detail. You know, it's
Yeah.
a lot of those people are like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, hoonigan, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys like that because it's entertaining, not because
Yeah.
it's car shit. It's entertaining to
Right.
them on an excitement level, like you said. You know, like you guys said, chasing the excitement.
Yeah.
No, I'm not trying to. I just, for me personally, liking the guy as much as I did, just I don't know, bugs me.
And especially when you put someone on such a high pedestal and then you kind of see something like that come from them, I can see why you would feel that way. I also feel like it's
Yeah.
kind of bullshit how a lot of the internet has made people, I don't know, I feel like it's divided people in a way that, like, a lot of people feel like you have to be a mechanic to be a car enthusiast. Oh, you don't know this one super random niche part that goes on this one car that was built 25 years ago? Well, you're not a real car guy. It's like, well, fuck you. Like,
I can definitely
you
see
know,
that.
like...
Yeah, and I can
And that's why I say there's a difference between someone who's a mechanic and someone who's a car builder and a fabricator than just being in it. You can be one or the other, or you can be both.
You can be both.
And a lot of people are both.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think we should ostracize people that don't know how, you know, the diameter of a valve is on a 1987 Zura or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
fair
I
enough.
like I give no fucks about that.
It's okay. I still hate you, Gavin.
You can sit on this, Dave.
For the listener at home, Gavin gave Dave the finger.
To find out what happens later in the story, turn the page.
Turn to page 362.
Damn, this is a big ass choose your own adventure book. The fuck?
We had to skip a lot of alternate storylines.
God damn, I don't want to know what those are.
I miss those kind of books.
We
Yeah.
all do. Well, hey, so speaking of car people and whatnot, friend of the program, Jamie Moreno and Nate Rushton,
the Racing Chica.
Hi, Racing Chica.
the Racing Nomads. So they're
Yes.
back in town at
Hey.
her last track event. Bad things happened in the transmission of her WRX.
No.
So they're back in town. They got the car taken apart, and so what they think the main problem is a broken tooth on the transfer gear and a bad ball bearing, which
Ouch.
just shredded a bunch of shit in the trans.
Oh,
Which, I
that's
mean,
a way to go out.
that's kind of to be expected of a WRX Trans, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah.
I mean, they're not making, earth-shattering power.
They
Yeah.
don't. They
but
don't need
they're
to
also-
have
they're
that
also,
happen.
Yeah, they're also really pushing this car.
Yeah, they're really doing a lot of work
Yeah,
with it.
Jamie's doing a lot with mostly stock components in that car.
Is
Yep.
she in the? She's in the fours, isn't she? For power.
I thought it was
Or
yeah,
is she
low,
higher?
low 400s.
Yeah.
Like that, yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know. I never actually
Well,
cared to know the mechanical aspects of the car. I was just
Oh.
always super stoked to see how well she was placing.
Sure.
Well, Jaime and Nate are back in town, so we can get them on the podcast sometime. Probably.
Sick.
Yeah.
Woot. So I can go nerd out with Nate again.
Just let Nate be weird and creepy.
Nate, it's going to get weird. Jamie,
Oh.
I'm sorry in advance.
Sorry, Jamie. But
I'll give you a hug,
yeah, I mean,
but I'm going to get weird with your husband.
Nate just brings it. Yeah,
Saturdays are for the boys.
the nighttime is
Tuesday
for
night.
Nate.
Yeah,
Ooh,
No,
he is
giggity!
a child of the dark.
Wow.
yeah, the kind of shit he's getting into, you cannot do in the daytime.
And I love that he hasn't had a haircut in a while.
Yeah, I've been
He's starting to look all Wolfman.
He's
Just adds to the aesthetic.
he's looking like he's written a manifesto or two,
On parchment, no less.
sent it out.
Yeah.
On Walden's Pond.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't.
I think 3 people got that reference,
I
and
don't-
2 of them are sitting here.
Yep.
I don't remember Walden having the phrase "and the government shall fall" in it somewhere, but I could be wrong.
I mean, are we starting to cross our I's and dot our T's with like some V for Vendetta script, or like what's going on?
I mean,
I mean,
I'm not saying no.
I'm not.
Alright.
Yeah. Anyway, but
Nick is so confused.
it's all
Yeah,
right.
and to add to the confusion, I feel like we're watching a traffic cam that just started moving.
Oh, we are.
Because we are.
Yeah. So
This is closed circuit television put over to some dope nasty beats by our good man Ryan Celsius.
I am not mad at
Ryan
all.
Celsius Sound
this
on
is
YouTube.
Stucky turned us on to this. This
Yeah.
is apparently playing in his apartment like 24/7.
Yes, yes, it is. And it's
Yeah.
amazing.
So, yeah, it's just like this lo-fi hip hop funk stuff.
On like
there's
CCTVs on like Tokyo buses.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I've been turned on to this.
Tokyo
because
buses. There's
there you
some
go.
where like somebody's got like a GoPro strapped to their head and they're just walking through like Akihabara or something like that.
Right.
Yeah,
like
like-
just through a sea of people.
Yeah.
There's some where it's like It's on a boat or like a ferry or
More
something.
people need to know about these things. You know,
Dude,
relax.
straight
You know,
up.
I feel like the whole world would just be more relaxed if they
Dude.
just
Donald
an
Trump
hour
would
a
not
day.
be president.
Yeah.
and
The
not
world
even
knew
and,
about
and
this.
it's they've got more than just this too. There's like some other lo-fi.
Oh,
kinda
he has some like
hip-hop-ish
Homer
stuff.
Simpson shit.
Oh
He's
yeah, he's
got
got
one-
like Trappin' in Japan parts
Yeah.
1 through 8.
Oh god, those are
Yeah,
amazing.
They're legit.
yeah.
You guys are about to ruin my life.
About to make your life, son.
I
Don't
mean,
worry.
we,
Don't worry,
we know
son.
exactly what you're going to be streaming at work the rest of the week.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
Man, okay, now here's the thing. YouTube, I know you're listening because you listen to everything just like Google and the FBI. Anywho, YouTube, listen up. If I download the app and I want to play something like a live feed that's all just
Don't make us
dope-ass
fucking
music,
pay.
Well, don't make me fucking pay.
Yeah.
But let me turn the fucking screen off.
You have to pay to turn the screen off.
But even then,
Oh, that's what that is. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bastards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're like, you want YouTube Red? You want YouTube Pro?
I don't want any of these things because
YouTube Red Pro Plus, RedTube.
Exactly. Whoa.
Whoa,
Hold up.
what the fuck
That
are
last one. Are you going through my bookmarks folder, Don? What's up?
What are either of you doing at work? God damn. It is X videos when you are at work, god damn it.
I don't work, so.
Well,
My definition of work is very different than
I mean
society's.
considering what is expected of me at my job and what I end up doing, there's shocking little evidence I should be employed, but here I am, showing up just late enough to work where they can't fire me.
It's kind of what I do.
You've already figured out the government employee thing, haven't
Yeah.
you?
there it
Damn
is.
right.
Crack the code.
Yup. Well, fuck. So, little insight in my life. So, we get like cages of mail in, and that's how long I'm at work.
Per cage.
Yeah, it's usually like 2 hours per cage. So, in the however many years I've been at this place, we've always gotten at least some work every day. Today is the first time we had absolutely no work from the post office.
Did you
Wow.
just sit on your thumb and
Well, we
just
had
like
s-
roll around a little bit?
Well, we
Like,
had shit left over from yesterday, but it was just like,
no new work today.
yeah, no new
I'd be
work.
scared.
Right?
Well, so
It's the end of times.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
Days.
You're a government employee, too.
Yeah, well, see, and that's the thing. So I'm working on a bunch of mail trucks, and if there's a day where there's not work, I'm telling you, that's what? Who screwed up?
well,
Yeah, right.
well, I was just like, fuck it. That means I got to come home early and like take a proper nap and all that shit, which I did.
I would have taken a nap at work. I mean, honestly, well, is it hourly for you?
Yeah, it's hourly.
Yeah, I would have taken a nap at work.
Oh,
100%.
Oh, consider so like I spend so much time on my phone today, and I should not be doing that. But it's just like I'm trying to like get shit lined up. Like I'm trying to run this whole thing, you know. So
Yeah.
it's just one of those. I'm on borrowed time. I'm playing with house money. So
Fair enough, yeah.
You know.
Sometimes you gotta, time is money. And
well, I'm just fuck it. Like I'm just gonna kind of keep doing like getting this whole thing kind of organized and set up and making sure schedules line up and everything, and then
He's
Maybe.
making all this effort, and he's sweating, and I'm showing up like an hour late to the podcast every week.
yeah. It's all right. It's all right.
I mean,
It's okay. I bought these dope mic stands.
Yes, you did.
There's my contribution.
And the headphones.
And the headphones. You're right.
Yes, you did.
Thank
I forgot
you,
about that.
Dave.
Yep.
You're
So-
welcome, Kevin.
I mean, I did bring the table,
you did
Yes,
bring
you
the
did.
table.
and it's dusted this week.
It's a really nice table.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Mike.
I cleaned it off.
Clean the desk.
I mean, there's still sawdust over here. Like, I like the rustic side of the table, like where it's all still shitty.
yeah.
Well, don't worry. We can make it shittier.
Well, you can see like the lighter areas where I clearly used a mouse.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's all
That's
worn to shit.
great.
Over
Yeah.
there. Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
so what were you gaming on?
Oh, that's not gaming. That's just like
Oh,
day-to-day use.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I also edit photos and video on
Yeah,
my iMac.
he's a video jockey.
Sorry,
so-
this space over here is quite large, so that's why I asked.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. Some of us use PCs to work. We're not fucking playing a Seto, dude.
Hey,
Man, somebody was
pla-
like shooting some fire right
you
there.
say it's playing a settle, but in reality, it's practice.
Training.
There you go. It's
You
not
can ask
playing.
Stucky, like,
getting the sim time in.
I came out to a few drift events way back in the day, like 2005, 2006,
Yeah.
and was not that great. Started playing, like, Live for Speed and stuff like that.
Live for Speed was my shit.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
that's still my shit.
I need to get another PC again. and just,
Yeah,
like,
I still need to get
back
another.
on.
I need to get another steering wheel. Like, I almost bought yours, Nick, and then I saw it sold.
Oh, you should have told me.
your
I could have.
Thrustmaster?
Yeah, I could have worked something out.
It's all
Damn,
good.
man.
It's all good. I saw it was like, I was like, man, I can totally afford that. Like, do I got money in my pocket? And I look back at the threads, sold. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, bummer, man.
That was like 16 hours after the
Yeah,
fact.
I
So it's whatever.
sold it pretty quick.
Yeah. So
Honestly,
no.
I was just what I did with all that was the dude only had it for or the one that I picked up. I bought another one that the dude only used for like 2 months.
Word.
And so I just swapped out the base
Nice.
and sold the one that I put hours on. There was nothing wrong with it,
No.
but it just had hours on it. So
Yeah.
it is what it
It's
is.
nice to recycle.
Yeah.
Get a little fresh hardware.
I was like $50 into recycling, so fuck it.
Dude. Yeah.
But that's a bummer,
That's a good
man.
move.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I would
it's
love to bang doors with you.
I know, right? Well, soon.
I hope.
mean, you saw a couple of videos when I was over at Tyler's shop.
Yeah.
Messing around on Dave's rig.
Yeah, throwing down. Dude, you've been over to my house throwing down.
I know, right? It's all good. I do miss that.
But I will say, that back to it not being a game and being a practice. I'm excited for this year just because I got into virtual reality. Let's see.
Oh
December?
yeah. Enoch was showing you some.
Yeah, man, that dude, that dude's got me broke too. I wasn't even 2 weeks after him showing me that. I ended up buying the wheel and the virtual reality. But yeah, that being said, I'm really excited to see if the virtual reality alone has progressed my skill. I'm seeing if maybe
I think
we
it
can,
has.
we can come out and throw down a little harder this year.
Honestly, I feel like it has. It's spatial awareness.
Because
I know it's like it's muscle memory, it's thought processes, just driving on a big screen of the wheel. Once you actually start getting head movement involved in it, and you're like actually looking out your driver's door, passenger door, like you turn around behind you and you see the guy on your shit. That's when it works.
There's almost sometimes where it's like, I just want to throw it all in as far as building the car and just go a little more heavier on the sim rig. But
Oh yeah,
we all know that the real stuff is just
the real thing's so much better.
it's
so
not
much better.
beatable.
Yeah. Dude, I'm getting rid of shit left and right trying to get a car together for this year.
Dude, I
So,
can't wait. That's going to be something to see.
The BMW is probably going to come back.
Yes.
So,
yes.
so the
Dave
rental will
slaying
probably-
in the rental.
yeah, the rental will probably
Drift
be
Cop
back this
Dave's back.
Maybe not the cop. but
yeah.
I don't
All
know,
right.
I don't know. But yeah, so
That'll be cool.
yeah, I've been shopping around for motors.
It'll be nice to
So.
see you without a flag in your hand.
I know, right? I know, right? I don't know. I'm probably still going to sit out the first event.
Hey, it happens.
we'll
Honestly,
see.
there's a few people that I got my eye on you. I got my eye on a few people I'll be calling out halfway through the season if I don't see you guys at events. I've been
Damn.
watching you for the last like 6-8 months. You guys, I like seeing you guys help out at drift events, but it's time to
Yeah.
start seeing some drivers.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean,
That's
there's
true.
There's going to be some people that, I've been kind of kid gloves with the drift thing, but I'm going to take them off, call some people out. It's like, God damn it. You keep talking a big game about how you've been building a car for the last 6 years. Where are you?
Where are you? Let's throw some skid marks. Let's bang some doors.
Like,
Throw down.
Give me something to shoot other than like the same 7 or 8 dudes.
And just like Nick Stuckey and all those guys have been saying, honestly, guys, sell your 240s, get out of the projects, go pick up Zs, and come skid. Get some seat time.
Yeah.
Get a Z. Get an
Z-
E36.
Z's
Get a
get
D.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Speaking of Z's and G's, I saw you got some new shoes on the G.
Yeah. Thanks
The
to
Daily.
Michael Johnson.
Yeah.
He's actually hoping to see him out this year, which would be really cool. But helping him out, giving him some pointers.
Now he's the dude. He's fresh from Alaska, right?
Yeah, he's a guy from Alaska. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's the, you guys have probably seen the video floating around. It went completely viral. It was all over Car Throttle and everything. But he's the guy that actually proposed to his wife mid-drift in the snow.
Oh, no shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's
That's right.
in an
There we go.
SR2240. So
yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I gave him some pointers. He picked up this little raggedy 350Z that
Well, you know.
should do the job pretty well. And
There we
needless
go.
to say, it had some Nismo wheels on it, the 18 and 19 inch.
Yep.
And in the drift world, personal preference, I don't know about you guys, but I hate an 18 and 19 inch staggered setup. That's like the worst
Well, I
staggered
mean,
setup you can come
The
across.
19s are really expensive for the size that you have to run.
Yeah.
Exactly. So naturally I offered him my HR, my 18-inch HR wheels.
So,
And,
I'm sure he happily obliged.
We were able
Hell
to
yeah.
make a deal, and needless to say, they look pretty mint on the
Dude, they
07 G35
They look
sedan.
good on
Nice. Nice.
So thank you. I appreciate that.
that. Yes.
Unfortunately, the car was wrecked, and my right fender is flush. Passenger side rear fender is flush with the wheel. And
Okay,
the driver's side, the wheel pokes like half an inch. So there's
Nice.
that.
Yeah, whatever.
So
you know.
the obvious thing to do is to put a 1/2-inch spacer on the passenger side, so you can just rub all around.
I think the bigger picture here is to gut the vehicle, put a bucket in it, weld the diff, put some coilovers on it.
Well, I mean, I told
That-
you
that
that
works
before
too.
you even signed the title.
That
yeah,
works too.
yeah. Honestly, that might happen. I've been playing around with the idea when the 8 gets done to get a truck, finance a truck. And then there's no reason why the G can't be a dailyable car with no interior, bucket, welded diff, and coilovers.
man. That's easy.
So if it is down, I'll just drive the truck.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
that'll be a cool idea.
That'd be dope. I think everybody at that level should progress like that. Get a truck, get a trailer, be able to haul your shit out to some cool events, but still be able to go out and have a good time.
100%. Get that car that's dailyable that you can drive to the track, drift it, and drive it home. But definitely have the truck and trailer just in case. It's always nice to have that peace of mind.
Oh yeah. And then like Stucky says, out of state events, bashes and shit.
Yeah, I'm actually
Because Utah's a pretty isolated area. Idaho's kind of isolated. Vegas is really starting to touch, closer with the rest of the drift world.
Yeah.
Colorado, same deal. Going up to the Northwest, the Pacific Northwest, with all the bashes going on up there. Dude, it's a day's drive.
Yeah.
To go thrash with some good people. So
Honestly, we're going to see, hopefully this year, I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling
Hell yeah.
to see what an LS Powered 8 can do.
Oh, shit, yeah. I mean, it's not people around there already know who you are. I think a few people already know who you are.
Yeah,
So,
honestly, it doesn't matter about
good or
who
bad,
knows who I am.
whatever.
I got a few things to prove, mainly to, take luck, guys. I
approve of this.
I mean, really and truly, what am I going to prove to those guys? Let's be honest. Those guys, they throw down some pretty good shit. But I just want to throw some smoke in a line and maybe ride a wall or two,
I mean, hey.
If I impress Brandon Wicknick, my day's made. Don't get me wrong, he's a hard guy to impress, but whatever.
Yeah. No comment. No comment.
Damn. All right.
Sorry.
Honestly, there's a few things like I want to go out to Vegas and kind of impress Blaze Potts as well. I would like to ride his door and show him
here's the
show him
thing.
how-
You need to. I think you. Okay, here's the thing. I love Blaze. Blaze kind of needs somebody on his ass to push him.
Oh yeah, we're coming,
He
Blaze.
gets
we're
comfortable.
We're gonna show you how to
Blaze-
throw some smoke.
Blaze
on a
is
V8
good.
car.
Blaze is a better driver than me.
But,
I mean, that's probably not saying much. I don't know.
Blaze
but
is a great.
Blaze is a great
Blaze
driver.
is a great driver.
I think he kind of needs something to aim at.
Yeah, he's
He
king
needs-
over
he-
there.
he
He's
needs-
king scoundrel over there. And
he
he's got
needs
nobody
somebody-
lighting a fire under his ass.
He needs somebody over there slapping his ass. Like, come on, man, come on, pick up the pace. I'm on your shit. What's up?
Yeah.
What's up?
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Like when he's following Barnes in the Miata, or when he was following Barnes with the LSS 14. You see the fucking spark is there.
Yeah.
He's a damn good driver.
And don't get
when there's another damn good driver involved.
and I can see why he's conservative.
Oh yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm
yeah.
conservative too, but come on, Blaze. You shredded that car for a whole year.
Come on, dog. We're rooting
Kept
for
it
you.
together.
No shit.
Impressed.
Yeah.
I mean, just a couple scratches. That's typical, but I want to see some of that V8 smoke, man.
No shit.
I know V8
shit.
smoke. I'm coming to show you how V8 smoke.
Oh.
I might eat my words. Let's be honest.
Damn.
I like to talk a lot of game,
Damn.
but we'll see what happens.
No, if anybody likes to talk shit, it's yours truly.
Come on, there's no better motivator, right?
Absolutely. I think it's the good shit.
And if Blaze is listening to this, and if he
He
does listen
probably
to this,
isn't.
he probably isn't, and he probably won't. But if he does, this, it might get under his skin a little bit. We might see some smoke out of his car next
Damn.
time he takes it out.
Damn. And it's not going to be motor smoke.
Yeah,
It's not going to be the magic
Yeah, it's
smoke.
not going to be the magic smoke.
Yes.
No, I'm kidding, Blaze. I love
Word.
what you're doing, man.
Yeah, for real. No, he's doing good shit. So,
And out there slaying with Forrest Wang, honestly, man, that's a
Right.
dream right there.
dude, those last few Scoundrels vids
Yeah.
that Chase put together, that's some real shit.
That's on. Wow.
Everybody needs to come check it out. Go look them up. They're the Scoundrels on Facebook. Team
Instagram.
Scoundrels. Yeah.
Whole nine.
Team Scoundrels on YouTube. Chase is a badass media outfit. He's doing a whole bunch of cool shit. So
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think they're trying to get something out. Was it weekly or Scoundrels Week or something? A daily.
Yeah.
They're having a Scoundrels Week every month and something out every
Something
day.
like that.
That or something. Yeah. So he's definitely a good group of guys to go follow.
absolutely, yeah. And so it's gonna be some good shit. It's gonna be some good shit. I've learned a lot from the Scoundrels boys. I mean, my car shop is around the corner from Anthony Barnes' shop, 76 Motorsports. So
Oh, that's right. I need to come
so
check out that
I'm,
new shop.
I'm always over there after hours, chasing back some cold ones and shooting the shit, seeing some cool ass happen. So
Shit.
but. Yeah, man. If you ever
Living
make
the
it up to
life
if you
over
ever make it
there.
up to the north end of shit, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I know it's North Salt Lake and all, but shit, son.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends that give me shit for that.
I mean, it's cool, man. It's cool. You live way down there. You're
I just don't like to
comfortable.
leave. Yeah, I don't like to leave my house. Let's be
Man,
honest.
it's like let's be real. The furthest you drive is to work.
Yeah, and that's far. That's cutting
yeah.
it.
I mean,
If I could move, legitimately, if I could move, I would have by now. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, it would kick my old man out of the South Jordan vehicle maintenance facility for
Oh,
the post
yeah,
office,
yeah.
and so. I could still do it. There's nothing saying that I can't, but my old man's like, no, I like my drive. I like my 5-minute drive to work.
of course, right?
Yeah, honestly, I can't complain. How much can you complain with that, really?
Right. Well, I mean, you got a pretty sweet position, so
Yeah.
you're comfortable. And Stucky was talking about that too. Like being comfortable or being able to do what you want to do. I think you got a pretty good hybrid of both, though.
That being said, I like what Stucky was talking about there, but I do play it on the safe side a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like the stress that comes with getting a little frisky of
Not-
life like that.
Not knowing where your next paycheck's
Yeah,
coming from.
I don't know if I like that too much.
I
I mean, it
mean-
wasn't bad, but I was selling. I mean, I've been there in my life, and selling things that you really don't want to sell, man,
Damn.
it sucks.
Damn.
When you really just want to build a car and go slide, ugh.
It's tough to save the pennies when you don't know how many pennies you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
I hear that.
Yep.
I hear that.
So yeah, I mean, on that note, don't get me wrong. I would like to. There's been thoughts of changing my career to something a little more extravagant, per se.
Oh?
But how do you do that when? I'm not saying I have it set, but government job for the post office,
Dude, I bet your perks and bennies
Why-
are through the roof.
Yeah, why would you walk away from that?
Yeah, exactly.
How do you do that?
Exactly.
I mean, I was offered I don't know, was it 2 years? I think maybe it was 3 years ago. It was right after I actually got hired on with the post office at the VMF. Tyrell Johnson with Envision was looking for a window tinter,
Okay.
if I remember correctly.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and I inquired within, but I didn't follow up with it after inquiring within because I kind of had it set with the post office, or was going to have it set with the post office.
Yeah.
So how do you? But realistically, I don't know. It's still even hard to say. Like, it would be cool to see where I would be
Yeah.
if I did take that route.
Yeah, because
That one
Man.
dude, I can't remember his name, but he's got that R8.
yeah, what's that?
What, Nate? Or whatever,
I don't-
the kid that works there?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't remember
Yeah.
the dude's name, but he
Yeah,
apparently
Nate.
that was like his dream car when he started working
He's
there.
like
and now he's-
19 or something, and it's a 4.2 with the manual. He got it for like 60, low 60s.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little jealous.
Well,
Right?
okay, it's not that I'm jealous. I mean, I am. I just want to know what is involved with someone who hasn't been working for that long that can save up that kind of capital.
I think there's a lot of money to be made in a window tint vinyl wrap business.
But
though.
he's like their photographer kid.
oh
Yeah.
He's not running the show.
yeah, he's like okay, that's right. He does like the
He does like photo shit. He does what I do.
huh.
So I don't know if he's doing other things with those guys on the side, and that's his main hustle, and then he's more known for doing photo things. Or if there's like mommy and daddy helping out, or
Yeah.
if there's like I don't know.
Okay, I see where you say.
and that's why I'm not like talking shit, because I don't know what the deal is. If I knew what the deal was, and if there was something shady to be had there, it'd be like, oh well, it's clearly this thing.
right,
Or whatever. But it's really easy for someone who hasn't had anything like that before, see someone who's like just starting off their life and they already have this thing. It's like, the fuck?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I shouldn't even deserve most of the shit that I have.
I mean,
And-
I catch myself on that haterade a lot.
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, and I don't want to call it that either. I don't know. It's a little infuriating though.
My thing is,
and I'm only 25. I'm not like, I haven't been around that long.
I don't even want to talk about my age. I'm getting up
You're
there.
a child, man.
You
Yeah, I
are.
wish I was a child.
You look like a goddamn
Well,
child.
okay, let's bring it up. How old are you?
I'm 30.
And how old are you?
32.
Okay, I'm not as bad. I'm 27
Oh,
as of
okay.
February
Oh,
16th.
you only got a couple years on me.
Yeah.
I mean, but realistically, so with the way I'm at, where I'm at in my life, as far as like, so, somebody asked the question of drifting, and I'm kind of going to cover a little bit of it right now. But
Sure.
as far as drifting for me, I would really like to pursue it to an extent to see where I could take it. But at the same time, realistically, I see myself playing around this year, going to try and hit some out of state bashes and stuff.
Yeah.
But after this year, next year is going to be saving for a house. Like,
Yeah, dude.
I mean, don't get me wrong. As much as I'd love
Hashtag
to,
adulting.
dude.
Yeah.
As much as I would love to sit with my parents, it's nice. I gotta. It's getting to that point.
Time
It
to
ain't-
spread your wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't fun coming back to the home.
Yeah,
It is not.
Oh, I've been
especially when
there.
you bring the females and they're looking at this NASCAR border that's in your room. What is this?
It,
NASCAR bed, anyone?
I got rid of that real quick. I got rid of that
Oh,
real
okay.
quick.
All right.
No, wait. Let's be real. Like that's getting them moist. They're like, oh my God, you're doing it for Dale. Oh, we're gonna do it for
We're
Dale. Baby, we're gonna do it for Dale tonight.
That's when you know you
Yeah.
found the right one. See, you got to keep the NASCAR bed as a filter, right?
Or maybe they just think it's funny, right?
I
Maybe they're
see-
like, wait, this is a tag.
This isn't like this
Where's
is
Ashton?
real. Is
Where's
it?
Ashton Kutcher? Am I
Right?
being punked?
where he at?
Where you at, though? Where you come out that closet, dog? I know you filming. What's up?
damn.
What's good?
What's good?
God damn.
What's good, baby?
I know the
What's good?
show's shitty lately, but
Right.
Oh, man.
That awkward moment where you got to film Nick Nengas in order to get some views.
Uh,
you're punking all the wrong people.
damn, son.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
The streets.
Them hard streets. It's a hard knock life.
Or whatever. All right, man. Well, so I think we're just going to kind of hop into the social media stuff real quick.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna gloss.
I mean,
We're gonna polish over a couple of those
yeah,
for next week. I'm sure.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just leave these on there so we can actually read some more of this stuff.
I do.
But,
And I mean, I found a couple of them just in haste, so it's all whatever.
yeah, so we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
And get you more on that Utah red light thing that we talked about at the top of the show.
You know, I just want to comment on that real quick.
Yep.
The fact that they're doing that, realistically, they shouldn't give tickets for that. And if they're
Yeah.
going to do anything, they should. If a cop does end up pulling you, if sees
Yeah.
you do that or whatever, if anything, I just think the cops should just let it go. If they do want to talk to you about it, give you a warning about it, because the fact that they're going to pass
Yeah.
a bill for that's creating a lot of issues.
Well, I mean, they're looking at it, much like I'm, they're looking into it.
But anyway,
I
You
mean,
know.
they're definitely looking.
Yep. So
Oh, hey, look at you! You're over here looking at RX-8s on Facebook Marketplace.
literally, I
A
pulled
blue
up.
one.
I pulled up the
I like blue ones.
automatic
I
transmission.
wonder why.
Yeah,
Wait, how much is it?
$4,000.
And you know the motor's blown. Am I wrong? Wait, $4,000. It
hun-
might not be.
132 with an auto? No, it's a perfectly functioning car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah, that's working.
it's ready to
Just
go.
fine.
I'm just surprised they made it that far.
No
Yeah.
shit.
What the? Some dude selling some 17x8 plus 45 RPF ones.
You know how good those look on Mazda 5s?
Pretty choice.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
look pretty good on everything.
Just well, I mean, it's like TE37s and
Yeah.
CE28s.
yeah.
I don't care. Like you can put them on a Firebird. You can put them
Yeah.
on a Berlinetta Camaro.
Put them on a fire truck.
Damn, son.
RPF ones on a fucking fire truck.
Yeah. Oh,
Dually fucking RPF ones.
Just mounted backwards.
Yeah, totally. That works.
Well, hold on.
A
So,
plus 40 and a minus 40. You just
so-
got a little
yeah.
adapter spacing the
So-
two apart.
so this dude who's trying to sell those RPF ones, he's got them listed. He's got them. Looks like they're listed twice.
700 and 685.
Yeah, one's in West Jordan. The other, it's the same.
It's literally the same car. Like it's on a Mazda 3.
Yeah.
So there you
Scam.
go. You already know they fit a Mazda 5.
Yeah.
Scam.
So
Scam.
yeah, nah, dude, that's not happening. Alex Hardcastle trying to scam this out of your shit. Fuck you, son. That's not how this is going down.
Man, this dude's been on Facebook only since 2015. Like, man, you were late to the party.
God damn.
I get some requests for the Park City Car Club,
Yeah.
and it's join Facebook
9 hours ago.
Well,
Or like,
well, that's when you know it's a fucking scam, and they're a robot trying to sell you Ray-Bans for 95% off.
Or they're trying to scam your credit card number to go buy some prawns.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
see
that shit.
Yeah, I see nothing wrong with somebody hustling to get some prawns.
The prawns.
Eat
With a
the-
0 and a Z.
Yeah.
I mean, again, nothing wrong with that. But I mean, even if you're trying to get the crustacean, I mean, eat all of them. Get
I
that
mean,
iodine poisoning. If that's how you're gonna go out in the most bougie way possible.
I mean, I like seafood.
Who doesn't?
Dude,
I like being bougie.
my boss, Asian Mike, and I
Yeah.
went down Super Bowl Sunday to the Bally's, the buffet.
That's right. Yeah, we've talked
That's
about
the one
this.
that there was like a 4-month wait.
Yeah.
And it's $105 a person.
All you can eat.
All you can eat. There was shrimp. There was lobster.
Prawns.
There was caviar. There was like filet mignon. There was sushi. There were
Alright.
like
Surf and
dude,
turf.
like okay. Now I'm not gonna lie. Like I like seafood, but I probably had like $250 in seafood, like on the first 2 plates.
Damn.
Like I fucked shit up.
Shit.
He got his money worth.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Dude, it was totally worth it. It was worth every dime. And like I said, it was 4 months out. We're gonna start doing it every year. Every Super Bowl Sunday, we're gonna go down
should.
there.
Hell yeah.
We already put in for next year.
Nice.
Nice.
So it's gonna happen,
I'm gonna put it in for the year after, and then I'll make you pay me for it.
bro. Bro, no, let's go. We'll
I'm
do it.
just
Savagery.
We'll get the whole banquet room, man. Let's do
That'd
it.
be rad.
Oh,
though.
fuck
do
yeah.
it.
I'm down.
Can we do a CAMcast from that room?
Fuck
Why
it,
not?
I will. I mean, dude, we're paying $105 to eat literally anything that a chef prepares for us. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think they'd be cool with us dropping a soundboard and a laptop on the
Yeah.
shit.
We can make it happen.
I don't know if I'd even ask. I wouldn't ask for permission. It's always
Nah,
better
fuck,
to
it's-
ask for forgiveness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Better to
Exactly.
ask forgiveness than permission.
I'm sorry, baby. I won't do it again. I promise.
Aw.
As the Crown Vic fades into
That
the
got
distance.
way too real for at least one of us.
Damn.
Wow. God. If you know which one of us that got too real for, mailbag at camautomag.com or slide into those DMs on social media. We'll send you a hat.
Oh shit! And for the record, that wasn't me. I don't know if you guys were assuming that, but
Are we just giving those hats away now? Like, shit.
Well, I mean, no, but this is kind of one of those, like, who's listening beyond, like, the core group of people who listen.
Beyond Lieutenant Dan
And Luke.
and Luke and,
And Brandon.
Alex.
and
Yeah.
Alex, yeah,
Yeah.
and
so,
yeah, Brandon Kuhn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, seriously. If you
The
could,
whole like
Maybe one of the
9
Motoring
people.
United kids.
I'll ship shit to Texas. I don't care.
Damn.
I will buy you a hat and send it to Texas if you prove to me that you are listening.
Looking at you, Tarbox.
If you got,
yeah,
if you're into this thing this deep, probably an hour 20 after I get this thing cut down.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, we're typically under 2 hours.
just
Right.
under.
You deserve a hat at that point.
No shit. To listen to us assholes ramble for 2 hours.
Good God.
Well, okay,
Good
so
God.
I'm
listen.
sure. Nick. I'm sure even you were probably like scrolling through on your phone, like sitting in the car in the driveway, like fuck. All right, I'm just gonna zoom through like 5 minutes of this. Like, what do you guys do? What do you guys do? What are you all
So
about?
I try to listen to you guys at work.
Word.
But I've found that, so I don't know what the deal was. Currently listening to your guys' last one today, and it was working. You can shut the phone off. You were talking about this about the YouTube deal.
Yeah.
You shut the phone
Yeah.
off and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Well, today it worked. I shut the phone off and I was still
Were-
able to listen.
on
to
Oh
it.
YouTube?
shit, rad.
Well, it was on the page. I'm not. So it was. So that was the video, right?
No. I don't
It
think
was
so.
on. It was on your link. I clicked
maybe.
the link. of
yeah, it was
it.
just probably just the embeddable player that we got. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so that's probably why it worked.
Yeah.
Well, because so last time that I was trying to do it, every time my phone shut off, it would kill the podcast.
Yeah.
And so I thought, I got like 15 minutes into it, and I was like, all right, I can't go any farther because my phone's it's just bothering me with it shutting off every time. I have to
Sure.
reload it.
Well, and you
Yeah.
can listen to us on all kinds of things.
We're on
we're on
Spotify,
Spotify,
iTunes.
iTunes, Google.
Yep.
Oh, I did not
Okay.
Yeah,
know
we are.
this.
Yeah,
We're in
Look,
many places.
I just canceled my Spotify subscription.
Do you have a Google Play thing or
I don't. The only thing I have currently
iTunes?
is SoundCloud. iTunes for some reason wouldn't install on my computer.
Really?
Like I can download it off their website, and then you go to install it, and like it gets throughout the entire installation thing, and then right at the end it says something about an error, could not install on it.
Have you tried turning your computer off and then back on again?
I heard that was bad.
IT department.
tried to
Have you
leave it
tried
on.
turning it off and back on again?
No, yeah, I've actually tried a few things. I tried resetting it, like going to a
Weird.
previous date,
Yeah.
and that's the only one that I have issues with. I can't. I mean, anything else,
Huh.
everything else works on the computer like it should, but iTunes. So yeah, I pay like $12 for SoundCloud. I listen to
Yeah.
SoundCloud.
Oh shit! Well,
That's where it is. Come on, get on SoundCloud, guys.
I mean, that's where Post Malone came from. How bad can it be?
That's where
No
Post
shit.
Malone came from, indeed.
No shit.
Posty.
all right.
Dude's
Well,
making a lot of money now.
we'll try to
hell.
figure
Hey,
that shit out.
hey, so our one of our listeners, Josh Carter, he's asking you, when are you going to quit dicking around and just buy a Corvette?
Oh, God, if I haven't been asked this question so many times.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
and you know our boy Bryn down in Vegas. He
Yeah,
just picked up a C6.
he did a base model, if I'm correct.
Yeah, base C6.
Okay, so my comment to that one, I love Corvettes. I've always been a Corvette guy, but I'm a C6 or bus type of guy.
Okay.
And
I mean, they're getting cheap.
they are getting cheap, which is honestly starting to maybe change my mind. But at the same time, maintenance is still a little expensive. And I think the biggest factor is, personally, I would feel bad driving a 6.6 Corvette the way I drive most of my vehicles.
So how they were intended.
Yes, I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, I would feel bad because it's a lot of money to spend on a car. And I just,
Well, to be fair, people are spending $30,000 on Kias and doing worse shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I no comment.
Moving on.
I mean, honestly, that's why I figured, so Corvette, correct me if I'm wrong, from my knowledge, weighs around 3,200, somewhere around there.
In that ballpark, yeah.
So an RX-8 weighs 3,100.
Yeah.
I got a miniature Corvette with
Yeah.
a lot cheaper expense.
You got a baby Corvette with back seats.
Exactly, 4
Yeah.
doors.
Yeah.
So,
The RX-8?
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, compared to a G35 coupe, it has so
They're-
much
they're-
more space.
I guess so, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Here's the thing. It's those freestyle doors that Mazda talked Ford into
Yeah.
allowing to get produced.
Yeah.
I
They
mean,
were like, well, hey, no,
Well,
this thing
you
doesn't
saw the
have
Top
back
Gear where
doors.
Clarkson had an RX-8 on the show, and
Yeah.
he tried opening the doors. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, there's not much room, but it's literally, for instance, Dave, he probably wouldn't fit comfortably in the back of a G35 coupe, like 03 to 06.
No, I don't. I've
But-
tried
No.
and I don't.
But he
No, those
would
are 2
fit-
plus 2s.
But I think he would fit okay in an RX-8.
And I almost fit in the back of an RX. I've
Yeah,
done
yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
I've done this. This is actually
So-
a legitimate
So
rule
you've
of
gone
measurement.
from, like, not a fucking chance to, like...
Yeah.
I've been comfortable in some extended cab trucks more so than I have RX-8s.
That makes sense.
But I
can see
definitely could not spend more than 5 minutes in the back of a G35.
Yeah. And, well, and that being said, RX-8 is lighter than a G35 and a 350Z.
that. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh,
Yeah.
as far as buying a Corvette, yeah, fuck that. I have a Corvette now. I
Yes,
have a
yeah.
Corvette. It's
Yeah.
better than a Corvette.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you're putting the Corvette wings in that.
Ooh.
Well, there we go. Corvette wings, and it'd be nice that I think somebody on the LS Powered RX-8 page adapted a set of ZL1 brakes
Ooh.
to the
Oh,
RX-8
right,
knuckle
yeah,
or
okay,
something like that.
Well, I know just pretty much
ZL1
any-
or ZR1?
ZL.
Oh,
It's
so
on
the Camaro one.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they share the same footprint as most Brembo calipers. So, I mean, you use any adapter kit that will bolt a Brembo to an RX-8.
Yeah.
and
Should work.
It'll bolt right in.
Yeah. So I mean,
Cheap
it's,
calipers.
it's
Yeah.
I like the idea of a 4-door Corvette,
Yeah.
I mean, I think we all do.
right?
I mean, that's what the CTSV was
So that's
supposed to
why
be.
we. Yeah,
CTSV
exactly.
And the Chevy
Yeah.
SS and
It's
the
just too
G8
bad they're
Yeah.
so heavy. Every one of
Yeah.
those freaking cars is so
Yeah.
goddamn
Yeah, 4,500-pound
Yeah.
cars. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
And yet, when BMW makes their M3, like say the E92 M3, like the last of the real
M3s,
M3s?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a real M3.
I mean,
come on.
you shut your fucking mouth.
Well, we already know how I feel about M3s as a majority.
Sure,
so-
sure. I mean, the last of like the M3 when it was both a 2-door and a 4-door.
Okay, I'll give you that.
The 4-door was only I think maybe 30 pounds, maybe more than the coupes on
Yeah,
those.
yeah.
It wasn't
It
the.
was negligible.
So I heard on the E36 deal
Yeah.
that the 4-door was actually better to have because of the structural rigidness of the chassis
can
versus
see
the
that.
2-door.
You see that?
Don't quote me, but yeah, I mean, there's that. So maybe that added what'd you say, 30 pounds?
30 pounds or so, yeah.
Maybe that's
It's like nothing for the 2 extra,
realistically
normal size
that,
doors.
that weight's probably coming in from the pillars, the strength
Yeah.
in the pillars.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so then you're getting
Nuts.
more chassis rigidness out of it. I'd take a 4-door all day.
Yeah.
4-door for more horrors.
I'm glad someone else knows that. I actually, the way I know that is a buddy of mine in Portland. He has like this slammed Passat wagon, like a B5 era Passat wagon.
Oh, dude, Passat wagons like that, you can put like air mattresses in the back of.
Yeah. Well, so
Bean bags and shit.
He's had all these stickers and more doors from
Shoved a
more
love
horrors
sack
was
in there.
One of those. It was
Yeah,
great.
there you
yeah.
go.
I'd sit in the back of a Passat wagon if there was a love sack in it.
Or waterbed.
I
Dude,
mean, yeah.
hell yeah.
come to a stop and the bed gets really big on one side and then gets really big on the back.
This is the world's worst wave pool. I don't like any of this. Whomp.
I didn't sign up for this.
Any bed can be a water bed if you're brave enough.
What?
Moving on.
By the way, I found out the hard way. Mattresses float.
Yeah.
How did you find out
Another
the hard
time.
way?
Another story for another time, Dave.
Next week.
Next week on the CAMcast.
Next week on the CAMcast, Dave explains how he found out that mattresses float.
Basim Hajali, he wants me to ask DE or HR?
HR all the way. And
Yeah.
that being said, and the reason I say this is because you can take a DE and put an intake and exhaust on it, and even a lightweight flywheel, and that is probably coming within maybe just barely touching a stock HR. You
Yeah.
put a flywheel on that stock HR, and the thing is just, it's done. The DE's
Yeah.
done.
Well, I mean, you even said when you had your HR, you put that flywheel in. You said that was one of the best mods you ever made to that car.
Best mod.
Yeah.
That's the second best mod.
Yeah.
The best mod I ever did to that. Well, I take it back. No, we're talking.
best
we're
mod
talking
was
HR
Angle,
and
wasn't
DE. I'll give it to you. Yeah, that's best mod.
Yeah.
Sorry, best mod was Angle. That
Okay.
was $110
Yeah.
bucks.
Yeah.
And come to find out, it's only $65 now from the
Damn.
same side that I got it from.
Hell yeah.
Best mod. That angle rack spacers.
Yeah.
Best mod you can do. But anyway, yes, HR all day. If you can fork. So, I've been telling people that now this is depending on price of as far as what you buy, but more so often than not, you're buying it for book value or maybe a couple $100 over book value.
Yeah.
And so that being said, your VQ35 DE 350Z G35, your money is being spent on that vehicle. But
Yeah.
if you go and you fork out the little bit of extra cash for the HR, your money is being well spent.
That's more of an investment at that point.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
100%.
I don't see
Well, and
why
then
people
you're-
get DEs. I
Well,
don't
I
really
mean,
see
you're
why.
getting some interior updates and
The interior
aesthetic
alone
of it.
is
Yeah.
so nice.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's so many light years. I mean, everything like my G35, my 07 G35 sedan to the. I mean, it's pretty much a G37. The whole interior in the car is so much better to look at and use than
By the time
earlier
they
models.
went to the G37 number, it was just a number change,
um,
right?
Yeah, because
No, it was
yours
also
is,
displacement.
Well, I mean, yours.
Well,
is,
yeah, but like when they
it was just the motor change, basically, right?
Yeah,
that's
mine
what-
was just the
interior,
motor.
The interior is basically the same from the end of 35 to beginning of 37.
Sorry, yes, you're right. The
sorry,
interior
I
is
should've-
the
Yeah,
same.
because your G35, it's one of like that 2-year mid range, right?
Yeah, 07 to 08.
Okay.
And
09 is when 37 started.
right, and so
My dad had a 37 X Coupe.
So
Right, okay.
you've got
Yeah.
all the expensive shit you look at with the cheap motor.
I mean, do you really call it a cheap motor? Because
Well, I
it's
mean,
still
compared
the,
to a VQ37, yeah, it's cheap. Or is it not?
all right, I'll give
it
it
not?
to you. It is pretty cheap.
Is
It
it,
is
I mean,
cheap.
is
It
it
is the
close?
cheap
Is it
motor.
close
If you're
enough to not like
Yeah,
make
no,
the
I'll
difference?
I'll give it to you. Well,
Okay.
God, 0.3.
Well, I don't know if you're just a reflash and a
No, I see what
37
you're
long
saying.
block away from being a 37.
No, you're right. It's
Okay.
a lot more. Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, in a couple years. So yeah, pretty much if you buy an 07, 08
Okay.
sedan, you get
Yeah.
fucked.
Ah,
You
damn.
get fucked.
Kinda.
I mean, if you get a good
It's
deal
like
on
it's
it,
like
you're-
balling on a budget.
I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. I paid,
It's like M Sport bumpers on like on like a 330. You're like, damn, this shit looks cool, but it's still slow.
Ah, damn.
yeah.
It just, it depends if you care about motorsport.
I guess. Yeah.
If you don't care about motorsport,
Well, I don't
then
know.
who gives a
Yeah.
fuck?
And
But yeah, but-
Nengas has already proven that you don't need that extra point too to have a good
No,
time.
yeah. And
Yeah.
realistically,
That's true.
if you can't fork out the money for an HR,
Yeah.
go buy the DE because it's still just
Yeah.
make sure
You're
you
still
check
getting into
your
a car.
oil when you put gas in it.
Every time you
Yeah.
put gas in it,
You don't have to. Maybe every other time. But
Okay.
they burn oil. The
Yeah.
DEs
A
will
lot.
burn oil more than an HR. My HR actually rarely ever eats oil. And if you
Uh-huh.
get the 06 DE Rev Up,
Oh,
that
yeah.
thing will destroy oil.
really.
Those
were
06
some
models
rotaries.
are garbage.
I'm not hardcore into Nissan, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I became hardcore into them when I started driving around. But honestly,
Sure.
they're really sweet. I'm telling you, man. So, I took my catback exhaust HR 350Z and raced an intake and catback exhaust 370Z,
Yeah.
and the 350Z sits on the rear bumper the 350Z sits on the rear bumper of the 370Z. So that being said, you spend so much less getting a 350Z versus that 370. I mean, don't get me wrong, 370 looks good, but
They look great, yeah.
performance-wise, that
Yeah.
350 is going to get you so much farther with your money.
Yeah. No, they really are. And I mean, and neither car with their motors, respectively, are that torquey at all.
Yeah,
Because with the 370s, those were 330 horse and about 270 torque at like almost 6,000 RPM. Like it's all on the up end.
Yeah, and your DEs actually have a little more torque than the HR.
Do they?
On the 35s? On paper, they do, but I tell you, I think because of the variable valve timing that the HR has,
Yeah.
it just developed. The butt dyno feels so much better from like
It's a
4,000
real-
on up.
It's a real
Interesting.
different power band in both of those cars.
Yeah, not only that, the VQ35DE revs to 6,300 RPM.
Yeah.
The rev up revs to 6,800 RPM, and then the HR revs to 7,500 RPM.
Yeah.
You get a lot to play with.
So I
in
think,
an
Sure.
HR.
So I think the torque loss you're taking from the HR,
It's
Yeah.
worth the
from
extra.
the DE to the HR,
It's
Yeah.
worth the extra 1,000 you get to play with.
100%.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're talking to a fan of like S2000s and like NA
Shit
Porsche
that
motors.
runs to 9K.
Yeah. Like I drove a 991 GT3 once.
So 7,500 for you. You're like, oh, I'm driving a fucking diesel.
I mean, pulling a paddle at 9,000 RPM and having it shift perfectly from third to fourth is oh my god.
I can only imagine.
It's amazing.
And that, listeners at home, is what an orgasm sounds like.
yeah, no,
a Porsche-gasm, yes.
our RPM is definitely a lot of fun. And just a little side
It's
note.
character. And flaws are what give a car character.
Yeah, it definitely.
Because
100%.
when you look at a lot of modern, just mundane cars of how like perfect they're supposed to be, like those like a turbocharged Fusion, it's like you're running out of torque at like 4,000 RPM. Like what the fuck is this?
And it's not only that, even like your WRXs, if they feel like
Yeah.
they fall off towards the higher.
My
loss, too.
car
on
falls
those
on its
cars.
face at it. Well, actually, mine is pretty linear in mine because I get max power at 6,000 on the nose.
Yeah,
and red
I mean-
line is 65.
Yeah, those cars specifically, like WRXs and Legacies and stuff like
Yeah.
that, they have way too small of a turbo stock. At
Oh,
least
so that's-
for high-end power.
Oh, okay, that's where the power
for high-end
loss-
power.
okay.
Yeah.
I know his car with the auto, he has a slightly smaller turbo than the 5-speed car would get. But
Really?
the auto makes it more pleasant to drive, honestly. But I mean, if we were to put like an STI, turbo setup on your car, I think you'd probably really enjoy it even with the auto.
I'm curious of how much power my auto can handle.
Guys have taken up the 600 and 700 horse.
No
mark.
shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
With stock trends.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's
See,
actually
I
honestly
would-
probably one of the most robust transmissions that Subaru made.
It's
was
funny
the
because that
5-speed
thing
auto.
is terrible. Like as far as just driving dynamic goes.
it's the programming.
Yeah.
Your gripe is with the software side.
I'm
of it.
sure
Trust
it
me,
is.
the hardware is great.
I'm sure it is. Yeah, I don't know. So I was at work today, and we had this Mark 7 GTI come in that was full stage 2, and he took out his muffler and put it in a Y pipe, and it had a
Okay.
crackle and pop tune on it
All right.
from us. And I heard that, and I was like, well, I'm kind of feeling the Mark 7 GTI anyway.
Oh, so
This-
now it's making the noises you want.
Yeah.
Now it's like that
Yeah.
hot chick walking down the mall staring at you. Hey boys.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. So yeah, no. I'm the only money I'm putting into my car is oil, gas, and that's about it. Yeah, oil and gas.
Can't argue that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hear you about sound because, man, I tell you right now, I've been driving this G35 for a year now.
yeah. What do you think of that?
I really like it. I mean, it's
You really have to like a VQ sound to enjoy it.
I want to chop the exhaust off so bad because that's another thing. HRs sound so much better than DEs.
Oh, is that?
They have it's
true?
like for an example, it's like an STI versus a WRX. It just has a throatier sound,
Yeah, I'll
more
give
of a
you that.
deeper tone to it.
Whenever I've just seen like the Spec Z cars like going around, I'm just like,
Just a fucking bees in a can.
oh my god. Well, those Miatas are the worst too.
Yeah.
Like, cause like it's just hilarious how those sound like they're going at it. They're just like full on attack on the track. You just see them go, just like barely moving.
Yeah, that's about the 350Z line.
Yeah,
I
it's
won't
about
argue
the same.
that. I won't argue that.
And I mean, I have a buddy that had a 370Z that had the Stillin supercharger, like that Whipple. Or not the Whipple. Is it a Whipple?
It's a centrifugal.
Yeah, centrifugal supercharger on that. And that was pushing, let's be real, probably around 400 wheel, not the 500 that we thought
the
it had.
Stillin superchargers are junk.
Yeah.
Side note, if anybody's looking to buy a supercharger setup for your VQ, don't go Stillin.
Who'd you go to?
I didn't do it, but I've done a little research, and Vortec and what's the other one?
Actually, no, I think his was a
There's
Vortec.
Oh, ProCharger.
ProCharger, and I think Powerdyne even makes a kit for VQs.
I don't know. I can't speak for Powerdyne, but ProCharger and Vortec are like
Now, which
the good ones to go
which
to.
one was Homie's Vert?
Stillin.
Okay.
Which really and truly, it's not a bad setup. It's got. You would think that Stillin would have for a product that they're putting out for car specific. I guess. Don't get me wrong. So is the Vortec and the ProCharger, but Stillin was, if I'm not mistaken, aren't they more of a Nissan Infinity?
They're
only?
definitely Nissan.
They are.
Weird.
Hello.
Damn, this thing feeds back into the goddamn.
That's nice.
Right?
Wait,
so interesting.
Did that feed back in, or did that come through the? Oh no, the mixers, the headphones are running through the mixer out, huh?
Yeah.
That's weird,
Weird.
dude.
I think this thing is also like going
In and out,
weird.
so we could preamp this shit.
We could do a bunch of weird ass goofy shit. Anyway.
Damn. Okay. Anywho, so
So yeah, the guy that you're talking about is actually Taylor Nilsson. But anyway, it's just you look at the kit and it's like it rubs on the hood in spots
and you'd think somebody who messes with Nissans
on
would
a
make something that
daily.
fits.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, exactly. And so and then not only that, I think somebody it doesn't make the horsepower that it should have versus your Vortec and your ProCharger kits.
The Vortec and the ProChargers ones, those are going to 5.
Yeah, so it's like why there's no reason that it shouldn't have made that much horsepower. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's kind of a junk kit.
Yeah.
Word.
Well, and I think also when you were talking about the difference of 350 versus 370Z, I mean, those 370s are like bigger. They are like portlier, like as a car, not just the motor.
You know
but
that
they
too.
are lugging around more weight there. So
I've actually slid Bobby Powell's 370,
And?
and on it, I didn't like it at all. Two things what made me not like it was it's heavy, and it had some sort of maybe he corrected this, and you can also correct the issues that 350Z has by like you can't do standing brake burnouts. You
Right.
you have to like cut.
can't do brake stands.
Yeah, you have to cut a wire to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you can do the same thing with the 370Z, but when you put it sideways, even after turning off stability control and everything,
Does
it's,
it come back on?
dude, it's got some weird thing like it's still there.
Can
It's
you
still-
pull a
it's-
fuse or something?
It's still
or, like-
invasive, and I think it's programmed in. I don't think it's a separate system.
Weird.
Yeah. It's
Dude,
kinda
Yeah,
it's
shitty.
fuck
new-
that.
Yeah, dude, I did not like it at all. And the car
Yeah.
being a little heavier, it just you can buy a 350Z for so much cheaper and be just as good as a
I mean,
370.
I've canyon carved that same 370 that I was telling you about, and like it felt great considering you know another 100 horsepower was added and nothing else. It was the supercharger and the oil cooler, and that was all that was done. It was like stock tires and brakes and suspension and everything like that, and it felt great going through East Canyon. It felt awesome.
yeah, they're great.
Like the geometry felt right. It felt like the horsepower was just at the upper limit of what the geometry should be able to handle.
right, okay.
That
makes
was my
sense.
thought.
And that's always nice for them to bring out a car like that has lots of room for improvement
Yeah.
and or driver improvement. Like I was just telling my buddy Michael, he can jump into a stock 240,
Yeah.
welded diff coilovers per se, and I feel like a good driver can quickly come to the skill cap of that vehicle. But you go jump into 350Z with coilovers and a welded diff, and you're gonna have to take
Completely different ballgame.
Yeah, you're gonna take a little time to be able to get that car at
Yeah.
the same level you were at the 240, in my opinion, and I just almost think it's gonna be a little more rewarding.
I agree.
So that's also why I think go out and buy the 350Z.
Do it.
Ditch that fucking 240 project. Go get some seat time, man.
Damn it! Now you're inspiring me to go out and get a 350
Oh,
just for like canyon carving and shit.
Dude, there's so much. The car is so much fun to drive. I cannot stress that enough.
Yeah.
It is even the DEs. They are so much fun to drive. That's another thing though. The DE models, they have a clutch fork design, an external slave for the clutch, and it's
Okay.
a clutch fork push style, I believe. Whereas the HR models have a internal slave, and the throwout bearing is built into the slave itself.
Oh, interesting.
So you get, honestly, the HR, like even my G35 or the 350Zs, even my sedan,
Yeah.
it is a much better driving feel on the clutch having that internal slave than the other cars that I've driven with the external slave. No, that's not. I mean, don't drive anybody away from getting one, but it's just
Sure.
When you do buy the HR models and up, you're getting a lot for your money.
So how
I
much
think.
would like a later gen HR?
I got lucky on my purchase. I picked up mine. It was like 69,000, 72,000 miles somewhere around there when I bought it, and I
Yeah,
paid $9,500 for it.
Okay, all right.
It booked at 13, and I financed 11.
Okay,
because-
not bad.
Yeah. So, like I said, I got lucky, but realistically,
Are those still like $7,000 cars? Roughly?
honestly, they're about 9,000-10,000
Oh, are
to
they?
find one that's around 100,000 miles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you get one that's 150, 175,000 miles, you probably get one for about $7,000. And honestly, it's still a good buy. I would buy that over, say, we'll just say, for example, a $5,000, 175,000 mile VQDE.
Yeah.
I would spend the extra money for the HR.
Sure,
all day
because
long.
longevity.
Uh-huh.
For
Yep.
sure.
And I think, the DE's got a lot. So one issue with the DE is the way they designed the intake manifold. If you notice on 350Zs, they have a bulge in the hood. On the later models,
Yeah.
like the HR models, they have a bulge in the hood.
Yeah.
Well, they did that to give clearance to the front cylinders on the motor for more air. Because if you look at the DE models, the intake manifold is squished on the front cylinders, so they starve air. They run lean.
Oh, interesting.
And that's actually why they came out with intake plenum spacers.
Yeah.
To get the front cylinders get
Give
them
them
a
more
little air.
clearance. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Interesting.
You can't run a strut tower brace after doing that. FYI.
Ouch.
So yeah, there's a lot of quirks and nicks that just kind of kick you in the dick on a DE 350Z or G35.
Yeah.
But if you can get one for pretty cheap, I picked up a 04 G35 for $2,800. It had a dent in the quarter panel, and I threw a couple grand worth of parts, coilovers, angle kit,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
That thing thrashed.
Dude,
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. I mean, I had a blast. The only reason I got rid of the car was because it's time. It's time for my skill level to play with some V8, play with a little more power,
Sure.
and see what we can do with it. I mean, I'm not saying I'm good or the car was. I was capped with the car. I had a lot to learn with the car driving it, but I was getting bored with 230 wheel horsepower.
I mean,
That's fair.
that's kind of what I'm dealing with
Yep.
right now. Is like I'm kind of just done with this Outback that we've had in the family for years. I'm like, yeah, I know it's a family friend and all, but like I want something more. I want something different.
Sometimes you got to cut the ties, man.
So my goal is to go to 200K, and then
Okay.
give it a Viking burial.
Where are you at right now?
187.
I can't argue with that. So you got like what 6-8 more months?
Yeah.
So what kind of Viking burial are we looking at? And
Well,
can I
a
take
Viking
that motor?
burial is like off a cliff into the ocean while it's on fire. So
Can I have the motor?
you can have.
Actually, can I have the brakes?
I was gonna say you don't want the brakes.
No, those brakes are larger in every dimension than the shit that's on my Outback.
Yes, but
I want your
yes. But
brakes.
it's a car driven by Gavin Phuket.
Okay, well, everything that you could have possibly destroyed, I can get a core charge removed for. So
Actually,
Problem
I got my my front pads and rotors on a simple, and we got like just a step above OE.
yeah, like the +1 shit.
Yeah, the plus ones.
good.
Yeah.
Like they squeal just a tiny bit, but they feel so much
Yeah.
better.
Well,
so
because-
much better.
Because we know you like to wail heavy on the pedals, then that way they'll always be up to temp.
They will be up to temp. The
Anywho.
Blip Shift came out with the shirt today.
Yeah.
That was not toasted flakes, frosted flakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one that was like toasted brakes.
Oh,
And it had
yes.
like a
Toasted
wheel and
brakes.
tire with like flame coming out. Like the shirt's blue and like
It looks
red
like
and
the
yellow.
cornflakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, Frosted.
I'm gonna have to check it out. Frosted Flakes,
Yeah,
sorry.
the
Yeah.
Tony the Tiger
Yeah.
thing.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to look at that.
Yeah,
damn.
I bought one today.
Yeah,
I
don't, tell
while I was
me
at
this.
work.
Don't tell me. I don't have any. I'm broke as fuck already.
Yeah.
They're like 15
Broke AF.
bucks.
I actually-
$15.
You just reminded me. I bought a T-shirt the other day online and forgot about it. It's like a week ago now.
What'd you get?
It's okay. So you know, like the old GI Joe logo.
Yeah.
You know, with the GI and the star and the Joe, right?
Yeah,
I think I
like
know.
stamps
I
and
think
shit,
I know
yes.
which one it is.
There's one that says LS Swap.
I seen this. I seen this. And if
I
I
got
wasn't building a car, I'd be just buying all kinds of shirts and hoodies. Let's
Well,
be
I-
honest.
Let's be real. I haven't treated myself,
Yeah.
so I had to buy the T. Dude, it's $15.
Dude,
If I
yeah, man.
can't spare $15, I'm doing some shit wrong.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So anyhow,
Same.
hey, we're gonna go ahead and bring this into port. We asked everybody a question
Yeah.
today. I actually wanted to ask it last week. I just kind of threw it up on the agenda, and we glossed over it because we thought
It worked better as a question of the week, not
It
just kind of
does.
a mid-podcast
just a
discussion
random
topic.
So, by the way, let's do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
The question was...
yeah, go ahead, fire
the
off.
question was, what car did you think was going to suck but ended up not sucking?
And Nengas, we want you to answer this.
Yeah,
first.
real quick.
You know, funny thing is you posted a photo of it, but the Previa.
The Previa.
Toyota Previa. No
Yeah.
shit.
Dude, I was like, just as I got into drifting, ended up going up to the 2-day bash, Idaho bash, like the season finale deal. Like literally, I got into drifting. I caught the last drift event here in Utah at UMC, and then was able to catch the last one out of Boise. And this dude shows up in this van.
I think, isn't he the guy that runs the track?
It's Dennis Niedrich.
Yeah,
That's the dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
entirely sure about that.
But
No.
man, this guy is hardcore.
But yeah, shout out-
he's always got a ear-to-ear grin on his face
Oh, yeah,
every
dude.
time he's there.
He loves that shit. Yeah, shout out to Dennis and his crazy-ass van.
Dude and his whole family are super chill.
Yeah.
Dude,
His kids are dope.
Great
Oh, yeah.
guy. I
Yeah.
think he also runs a wrecking yard.
So
I think
I
he's
think
got
you're
like
right.
3 or 4 of those
I think
vans.
you're right.
Oh, yeah.
He's had the blue one with the weird cage in it for a long time.
Yep.
Yeah, they made
Every
him,
time I've gone to Idaho in the last couple of years, it's been there.
they made him put the cage in it because
They were worried.
I think. Well, no, they were worried. Well, I think it was one of the events I was at. He clipped one of the inner clipping points, which was a like a
like a
go
stack-
kart tire.
Okay, yeah, stack of
Just
tires.
it's just a little go kart tire sticking in the corner. Nothing harmless.
Yeah.
Because the Previa weighs nothing.
Well,
It
he's
caught
got this thing
inner-
gutted.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
gutted. It caught the inner, and it was ready to put this Previa on
Damn.
its side.
Yeah, it like
What?
straight almost flipped this
Wow.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
No
they
Well, I
wanted-
mean,
shit.
stock suspension plus not giving a fuck.
so he
Yeah.
welded in
The
some
not
fence
giving a fuck
posts.
goes a long ways.
It
Yep.
really does.
Yeah.
Oh, this dude. Let
the
me.
full send. So, but
Yeah, sorry. That's
The Previa.
that's mine.
the Previa.
Yeah, dude.
That's a good one. Gaff, you got one?
I mean, things I've driven, things that I thought would suck that didn't end up sucking.
Yeah.
Just pick one.
I mean,
Take all the time you need.
I mean, you know how I feel about the Focus RS now.
I do.
Yep.
And I will give
and I
you
think-
endless amounts of shit. I will rub your nose in it like a dog in shit.
As well, you should. However, my buddy just bought a Stinger GT.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
right.
I've talked a lot of shit on the Stinger GT, saying it just like I think it's really bland and meh and whatever.
Yeah.
I don't see the hype behind it, but
But I see where you're going with this. I have yet to see a negative review about the Stinger.
oh yeah, I've yet to see a negative review either. So jury is still out
Okay.
on that.
Okay.
Stay tuned,
Okay.
as
All
it
right.
were.
Cool. My answer is Taurus. Like anybody thought anything different.
Yeah.
If you have a beer, please drink it now. Taurus Challenge.
Drink.
Driving experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yam, you got one?
Car that I was thoroughly expecting it to suck and didn't.
Mazda 5.
I mean, I was kind of expecting that thing to drive kind of like a weird 3, and it does.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
So-
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
that's what you paid for.
It is a Mongoloid Mazda 3.
Yes.
Yeah. God, I don't really. Let's see. I kind of had. No. Well, yeah, I had low expectations when Trent had the Kia Soul. I wasn't expecting that thing to be like anything other than just kind of like weird and garbage.
You're not the only person I've heard this from.
Yeah.
Actually, Matt Happel, the guy who like started Sloppy Mechanics,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
actually daily drives a Kia Soul.
Yeah. Well,
Gil
Now
Brian
he's got 1,000 horsepower LS cars, and he
Someone
daily
hit it,
drives a Kia
or
Soul.
they got
That's
in it-
so
got in a
wild.
wreck. Oh, no. Yeah, the Kia Soul got damaged.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Damn it.
so
Let's see.
let's see here. Connor Rowe, one of our buddies from MU, he
Hi-
posted
hi,
up.
Connor.
Yeah, he posted straight up on Cam.
Did he mention a Miata?
He actually said nothing about the Miata. He said Kia Stinger.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that Stinger makes sense. actually.
Trent Nathan Tanner says Mazda RX-8.
You know, and you know what? You can't argue with the guy because for the longest time, I couldn't help to look at RX-8s as being a sweet car if it didn't have such an underpowered, unreliable motor.
Damn. And seeing that I've owned 13 rotary powered cars in my day,
Yeah, man.
I would own an RX-8 tomorrow if it came with at least a V6.
Exactly. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, man.
But I mean, looking at how easy it is to put a V8 in them, maybe in a couple of years I'll have an RX-8. Who knows,
You know
man?
what? I
Yeah.
bet. I bet
The only
you it's
the only
sooner.
RX-7 I have not owned is an FD, but I would own an FD if it had an LS in it.
I could see a future where you own an RX-8 and I own a Z. I could see that. They're very similar era, Japanese, same not entry level sports cars. Well, are they entry level sports cars at that point?
I would say they were.
Yeah.
They were
Entry
part of the
level.
list of
For
best
their
cars under
time.
$30,000.
Yeah. At that point, I could see a future. And wish that happens, Dave.
I feel like Dave would probably acquire the RX-8 before you got the Z. Only say
Yeah.
this because of how cheap you can find RX-8s now. It's
Well,
honestly it's
I don't
surprising
know.
nobody
Yeah.
else swaps them.
It's true. But I don't know. I think he would get the Z first because I'm trying to get rid of a bunch of shit.
Okay, fair.
I'm down to 17 cars now, guys, from 20.
17.
Wow, Dave.
Yeah,
Hot
I'm
damn.
cleaning house.
Wow.
I'm
Okay, I
cleaning
think
house.
before we give you congratulations, I think let's thin that herd down a little bit more.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to get down.
Single digits.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Single digits.
Trying to get
before
down
we-
to 6, guys. Trying to
Damn.
get down.
Fucking hell.
Luke Dreyer said
Hey, Luke.
his B12 Sentra,
Yeah.
the little
Okay.
shoebox Sentras.
Yeah,
I
that was-
actually enjoyed those cars too.
Yeah.
Was that the first gen?
No.
Or second gen?
No, I think it's a second gen Sentra.
Okay.
Something like that, yeah.
Second or third gen Sentra. I don't know. I got a friend with a diesel B11 in California that he swapped a CA18 DET into, and he actually has like a 2-minute 14-second timer on like Thunderhill or something like that.
Oh,
Damn.
wow.
Shit.
Yeah,
Hot
Damn.
damn.
yeah, and because originally a diesel, emissions exempt, bitches.
Suck it.
Anywho, and then Brandon McConkey. I think we've talked about him.
We have.
actually more than once here on the
It
podcast.
strangely sounds like a Park City name.
Doesn't it though?
But there's McConkey.
Yeah,
McConkey Run.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. He says the SRT10 Ram. Lived with a friend in Abu Dhabi a few years ago.
Curious,
Gave me one to use for the year. There's a Viper GTS in the garage as well, but the truck was much better to live with day to day. And I can agree on that because it's 99% of the interior in an SRT10 Ram is identical to a top line Cummins.
Yeah.
The only thing they added was a gauge on the A-pillar and the shifters in a slightly different spot because they use a T56 in the SRT10.
Right.
Yeah.
So he said he thought it was going to be a bit of a joke, but he actually ended up really liking it.
Yeah.
That's actually really cool.
So
Nice.
That's a good answer.
Yeah. Let's see. Scott Chamberlain in the Euro Group. He hated BMWs, and then he worked on a bunch over at Innovative Garage. And well, here he is.
And he parades the his love for a Z36 325 IS.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And honestly, I kind of feel the same. Like, I mean,
I need to drive it, Dave.
I didn't like BMWs very much. I always had the thought, oh yeah, they're gonna suck to work on. And then the rental, my own fucking drift car.
Yeah.
I did a clutch on that thing, and I had the trans out in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
like,
Really?
flat backing it. I
Damn.
had it on jack stands, and I was doing it in an asphalt parking lot. I had the clutch done in an hour and a half,
Huh, see,
and I wasn't using any crazy tools or none of that shit. Like everybody's
Yeah.
like, oh, you gotta pull this, you gotta pull that. And
Catch
I was
bolts.
and I'm like, oh, like this thing literally fell the fuck out of the car. Like,
Ooh,
I had
well,
to catch it.
starting to change my mind because when I swapped a Ford 5.0 into an E36,
Nice.
so I bought the C36, took it to like 2 drift events, and then yanked the motor and trans out of it, and just doing that little bit of stuff and like pulling the diff to weld it and then changing axles and whatnot. Not to mention dealing with lug bolts. Quickly became to hate that BMW.
Interesting.
well, and that's my biggest gripe on the rental. It's getting studs. The next time it
Nice.
drives, it's gonna have studs.
Yeah.
I don't
Word.
deal with bolts.
Yeah.
I've already
Word.
stripped one hole on each hub.
And I really hate
Ooh.
those inverted torques for the goddamn axle. Yeah, god damn it, man.
Yeah, the e-sockets.
Talk
Yeah.
to this guy
I strip
about
him every
fucking
time.
torques.
Strip them every time. Oh yeah, you've got a vendetta against torques.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, dude. I couldn't do anything on the GTI without needing a full
Couldn't
variety.
do anything on the
That's-
GTI without a damn computer either.
This is
Yeah.
why I went back to Nissan, or not. I wouldn't say back to Nissan, but this is why I ended up having a Nissan G35. It's a nice car, and I can still pull it in my garage, grab the tools. And my God, I don't have to hit the store for
Yeah.
tools first.
Yeah. And our big sweet boy Brad Clausen wants to know why you're ruining the soul of a rotary car with a V8, and I think we've addressed that several times.
Yeah,
Brad, get with the times,
The soul
dude.
is dead, man.
It's okay. He's our big sweet boy.
Love you, Brad.
Yep.
That's like getting mad at the cat for turning crunchy cat food into shit.
And on that note, I think it's the perfect time to bring it on in.
Oh, okay.
On that terrible disappointment.
Yeah.
Damn.
Thanks.
She ran long, so
Yeah, she did a little bit, but it's going to be around 2 hours, so enjoy and/or I'm sorry. Yeah,
we'll
Nick?
make it up to you next week.
Yeah.
It'll be just as long.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Dude, no problem. Thanks
Thanks for
glad we
coming.
could finally get you on.
Yeah, I'm a busy guy, especially
Yeah.
in the month of December.
Ooh,
You're a local superstar.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna see what we can do this year. Maybe
Hell
we become
yeah.
a hero for some people.
There we
You're,
go.
you're already my hero, Nick.
Dave, that means a lot.
There goes my
God.
hero. Watch him as
Watch
he
him as
sends.
he goes.
Watch him as he sends.
Yes.
Goddamn.
No,
All
dude,
right.
we need to take doors on each other this year. I've
I'm
been
trying-
wanting to for a minute.
Dude, I was looking at my car, looking like I didn't want to put
Yeah.
scratches on it, but at this point, you only live once. Like, let's
Exactly.
go hard. I got
Kill
2
it, dog.
chassis. Let's break one of them.
Fuck it.
Kill it.
There
Because
we go.
it's going to
Send
be
it.
easier to do it on the next one.
Yeah.
There we go.
All the learning was done on the nice one. You can do all the fancy shit later.
Hell
There
yeah.
you go. There you go.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, if you want to follow Nick and his escapades, he's No Rotor Nick on Instagram.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's
He's
always
follow
posting
my
good
build
shit.
and all my street stuff.
Yeah,
man.
And then, don't you run another page?
Currently running Team NVG's fan page.
Okay, word.
but sadly, we just haven't had a lot of content.
Well,
And,
you know.
That's a slow season.
Yeah.
yeah, we try to get. I do know we have Irving Ramos. I believe he's working on a little bit of a snow edit that we took
Oh, sick.
Cool.
out last weekend.
Yeah.
so,
You
There we
guys
go.
are out shredding the good spot.
Yeah,
So-
honestly, I think he's done with that. I should just quit being lazy and post it.
You
Yeah.
probably should. I mean, you know.
Word.
But yeah, so there you go. NVG fan page, No Rotor Nick, all that stuff. We are Cam Automag on all social media. CamAutomag.com, mailbag at CamAutomag.com.
Questions, comments, concerns.
What have you?
Shit to talk at Dave.
Damn right.
Or Gavin.
Or anybody, really.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I know
We'll
Trent and
forward
Trent and Dan have been going at it with me lately. So
We
Yeah.
will forward it to whomever it may concern.
yes,
You know, anybody on the staff, that fucking dude Steve in your office, we'll come down there and slap the shit out of him. Whatever we
mean,
got to do.
I'll do it
slap
for
the
free.
taste out your mouth.
Damn right. Yeah. Let's see. Anything else?
Doc
Oh, yeah.
Taste will slap the taste out your mouth.
Damn
You
right.
will.
SteadyBroke.com, CamAuto15. Get
Use
yourself
that
some
at
sweet
checkout.
stuff.
Yep.
That coupon still works, right?
Pretty sure it does.
Cool.
Nobody's told me any different, so
Rad.
until I'm told I've been wrong. But,
And 15%'s a lot when you buy like a bunch of cool shit.
yeah,
No
dude,
kidding.
that
Treat
adds up.
yourself. Spend that paycheck.
Treat yourself 2018, son.
Exactly.
Season hasn't started yet.
Damn right.
Hey, there you go. Spend it while you can.
Plenty of time to get junkyard tires.
there you
Go
go.
grab a seat.
Yeah. Also, sell some Cam Auto swag. CamAutomag.myshopify.com. We got hats, shirts,
Yeah.
sweaters, iPhone cases.
I'm actually going to get an iPhone case.
Ooh, do we have S8 cases?
I think it's just iPhone. I don't know. It's
If
Yeah,
we
the rest
got-
of the plebeian masses can't
if,
play.
if,
I'm sorry.
if we got an S8, we got an S8 case, I would happily rock one because
Yeah.
mine is naked right now.
Oh,
well,
man. Well, we'll see what we can do.
yeah.
Worst case, we can sell you a vinyl and we could stick it onto another cool case for your essay.
Yeah, I'm gonna send the stuff off to Stucky, so get a shit ton of stickers made.
I'm
so
down for that.
probably gonna be red,
Throw-
black, and
Throw a
white
couple on you.
All right.
with the new logo. So
Yes.
gonna try to make
the
a
retro throwback.
gonna try to make a shit ton of them. So I'll actually have more to give out instead of having to be weird and stingy like I was last year. Because damn, I had like 40 stickers done last year,
Yeah,
and they were gone in like 2 days.
yeah,
So, and I was just
Rad.
at the track. Just
yeah.
that was it.
People love stickers.
Yeah, dude. So,
I got stickers on my car from shit I've never even heard of.
oh yeah. Well, as soon as
You got a lot of fucking stickers on that Outback, Dave.
Yeah, I know.
so
But they're all pretty cool.
yeah,
they're
so
great.
The Drift Cop Dave sticker.
oh yeah, yep. Anyway, so we're gonna fade out. Then we're gonna head upstairs to the office so Nick can do his GT Sport laps real quick.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
no.
It's all right, dude. It's okay. I've been Mike.
I've been Gavin.
I've been the professor.
All right, and we will see you all next week, everybody.
Yep. Have a
All
good
right.
night.
And now the slow fade out.
Oh, right. Wait, isn't this the part where we plug like the shit we do for money? Oh no, shit, we already did that. 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 Shit, we already did